welcome to Fox.
WINO forever, WINO forever, WINO forever, WINO forever, WINO forever, WINO forever.
Deppy birthday, everyone. Welcome to the 59th birthday extravaganza for one John Christopher Depp II, born June 9th, 1963. I can't believe we were able to time it this way to do it on the actual day. I had no idea it would fall this way. There's no radio gunk today. In fact, Monique will be on tomorrow with the Red Bar knockoff show and a one-on-one. So we'll have 6 days of content. We'll be on. I think Sara and I are doing another Deppening, which is more kind of Ben Chu and Camille Vasquez tour centric. So I welcome everyone. We have with us for the celebration. We have A. Smith. Sara will be joining us in about 15 minutes. Everyone. A. Smith is 4.5. Hopefully, we can make that 4.5 hours feel like 4 minutes. A. Smith. I should be drinking alcohol during this. I don't know why I'm not. Maybe I will. When Sara gets here, I might jump in and make myself. What I mean, if we're gonna be celebrating Depp's birthday, how do you not drink during this? I try to keep my equilibrium, my Depp-equilibrium, and my Deppcadian rhythm. But I think if ever there's going to be a time to do this, it's this. By the way, let's hear it for Sara's birthday opening with the WNBC golf clap. That was amazing. I was supposed to have a lot more to do with that than I did, and I had to really, really I conked out, and she went ahead and took the liberties of making that opening. I had so many things to play for you. I was trying to have Stephen Williams, who played Captain Fuller on 21 Jump Street, and I couldn't time it, but I think we're going to have him on in the future. I was going to try to have guests, and it was just too much to juggle, and I don't want to take attention away from him. But when we do have him on, I am taking questions from the chat. Captain Fuller himself, who's an unbelievably candid, loose cannon guy. If you ever get to hear this guy, he does not give a shit. Wow. CB, welcome. A. Smith, like I said, crazy Holly Robinson. Pete, my Nubian princess. Always, always, always love having your ebullient energy in the chat. Babe Lewis, thank God you guys are back. I felt untethered. We get an untethered from Babe Lewis. And we will have another one on Sunday, which is going to be more kind of focus on the Ms. Vasquez and Ben Chu's press tour and some other things. They were on. Chu was on Court TV. They were on Good Morning America with Stephanopoulos, and they were on with Savannah Guthrie, who I had no idea her husband worked on Depp's case. Isn't that crazy? And she worked for Court TV. What a small effing world. How cheesy. Look at Sarah self. She knows it's brilliant. And by the way, how great is Sarah's banner in the background? She hits virtually every role. Sarah, I have a question on one of them. What is the second one from the top left? Obviously, Nightmare on Elm Street. Then we skip to Private Resort. What is in between that? Is it slow burn? No, slow burns after Platoon. So what's in between Private Resort, Johnny? And oh, is that from the commercial? Let's go to the movies. Maybe I'll play that right now to show everybody what I think that might be. I have it. I have it. I have it. I have it. Take this. You want like delicious 80s? I have a whole Depp birthday folder. Delicious 80s cheese. Oh, this is just nothing captures this, encapsulates this more than this. This is Johnny Depp and his ex-girlfriend Sherilyn Fenn, who you know from she's actually in that Titan show, a DC show. She's on Twin Peaks and she's in some movies like Two Moon Junction, and they went together. She actually's in an episode of 21 Jump Street, and he has her, no pun intended, he has her name on his helmet in Platoon. Glenn, I'm sorry, Private Lerner does. I can't believe it.
I'm gonna beat you.
Wanna bet?
Yeah. Winner gets to choose where we go tonight.
Okay, and the loser has to pay.
So this is a Pepsi commercial that the 80s, it's like an extended, I don't know.
Checkmate.
And I wonder if this was their real loft they lived
Let's go to
together
the
in.
movies.
What?
So let me, that's Crazy Robin singing. So this was when, I guess if anybody remember, I'm too young for this. I think I'm too young to remember. So this is when you went to the movies, and I guess this is 85, 86. They would play this before the movie started. And I'm sure millions and millions of people saw this, and we didn't know who he was then. And I wonder what he got paid for this. But this is I'm fascinated by this commercial. It's so deliciously cheesy 80s. Crazy Robin singing.
We'll play the part. It'll be a scene in the air. Let's go to the movies. There's magic in the air. Let's go to the movies.
For 1980. Now, you got to admit, for 1985, 86, this isn't bad. They spent a lot of money on this thing. I got to know what he got paid for this.
Go where our dreams can run free. Under the moving marquee.
Okay, everyone. I remember pointing this out to someone. In this, is this China Phillips? In this, they show her in the. Is this China Phillips in the audience? Ready?
Go
I'm
where
gonna
our
pause.
dreams can run free. Under
Hold on for one more day. Is that her, or am I seeing things? Am I looking too much at? I spritz myself on some Dior Sauvage cologne as part of the celebration. God, Sarah did such a nice job on that, right? I mean, Babe Lewis says it. There's David. Welcome, David. Welcome, Melvin. I have some Camille stuff. I don't know if I want to save that for Sunday or I'll play him today. Cindy Clausen, welcome. There's Joel Johnson, everyone. You asked for Joel Johnson, you got Joel Johnson. I'm going to play Mr. Feeney later. I narrate Mr. Feeney narrates all the friends Depp gave money to. And it's kind of like a homage into how generous he is. It's a long thing. I don't know if I might save it but yeah, you'll definitely hear from Feeney today. There's welcome, Zach. I don't know if I welcomed you yet. Great, let's go, Crazy Robin. Says Kevin Cowie, welcome. I know it's untenable, says David. Yeah, but I missed the 8-hour Monday through Thursday. We'll try to circle back. We're gonna do some. I think over the summer, we're gonna probably do like a gunk marathon on a Saturday or something, like a true 8 hours, and just nothing but go nuts with cleaning out the computer. We're really, really behind on that. Untenable. Everybody's going nuts over untenable and David's precocious vocabulary. Texaho, welcome, Texaho. There's no millennials in this video. I trust you. There's Sunflower Dragon. Welcome. It's a party. Let's get some coke. Pat O'Brien. I have to drink some alcohol during this. In order for me to do it, I gotta have Sara here because I have to be able to just step out for 90 seconds or so. This is here. Okay. Okay. Let me run down. Pepsi commercial. Yes, yes, A. Smith. I don't. Does anybody old enough to remember this? Texas Ho Front Row Joe. Yeah, that was me. Had you? If Crazy Robin were to sing, that's how I would imagine it to do, because teens listen to. I love just tuning in. What we're gonna watch it again, A. Smith. So again, this is Johnny Depp and Marilyn Manson did a Pepsi commercial that was played before your local movie in your local movie theater. And they run the. It seemed like 4 hours to wait for the movie to start when you were a kid. But that's Marilyn Manson. Okay, so Sunflower Dragon, is that, you think it's China Phillips? I think it is. I'm going with yes. I think she it could be breaks. Her beak looks the same as China's. Is Crazy Robin. We're Hooper, welcome. Deppy birthday, G Canada. Armin Minions, he's coming in. Cindy Clausen, Sunflower Dragon. Let me catch up here. Okay, so let me play the rest of this. I'm gonna wind it down. I gotta warn you too, when that's got to be China Phillips. You're not going to get this ad. This is going to be an earworm, I'm telling you, for the rest of the weekend. Let's go to the movies.
I'm gonna beat you.
Wanna bet?
Yeah.
Thank you, Sunflower
When he
Dragon.
gets to choose where we
Cindy
go
Clausen
tonight?
thinks China's eyebrows are. How do you
Okay,
know
and
how
the loser has to
pigmentation for eyebrows? Hey, Melvin, that could very well be a ripoff of Let's Get Physical. That's a good ear by you. I always thought God, Shebop was ripped off by Weezer. Hash Pipe rips off Shebop. I really feel that. Okay, I gotta remove this. So we've got a message here. Johnny Depp goes on. I can't believe it takes this to make me join TikTok. So now I have to join TikTok because Depp. I firmly insisted that I would never ever join TikTok. So now I have to join TikTok, and here is why. So Johnny Depp. So somehow his PR team decides that TikTok is the hip place to thank your fans, and he does this.
Dearest TikTok, to all my most treasured, loyal, and unwavering supporters, we've been everywhere together. We've seen everything together. We have walked the same road together. We did the right thing together. all because you cared. And now we will all move forward together. You are, as always, my employers. And once again, I'm whittled down to no way to say thank you, other than just by saying thank you. So thank you, my love and respect, JD.
Good catch by thank you, Johnny. I know it's almost like less is more in this. We know how you feel about us and the deafening for all we did. After all, it was our stream that convinced the jury to vote unanimously for you, 90% to 10%. Ben writes. Ben writes. I thought Tina Turner was the 80s Pepsi taste for a new generation, brought to you by the woman old enough to be your grandma. That's right. Wasn't Tina Turner like all over the Pepsi stuff? That's a great call by you, Ben. 4810. I Texaho. Yeah, If anyone's gonna refuse to join TikTok, it's Texaho to not join the millennials. If there's any anti-millennial statement, it's Texaho refusing to. I mean, it's you're the. I mean, I don't. Of course, you're not going to join. That's the most joyous expression I've ever seen on Depp's face when the nerd cycles off with China, the AKA matronly Brooke Shields, David. You're even too young for Brooke Shields. Do you know that, pal? You're even too young for Brooke Shields. You had some reference yesterday that was just I'm drinking Crazy Robin drinking hot chocolate. God, so fitting. The hottest of chocolate, the hottest of Nubian princess in the Depening and Gunk is drinking hot chocolate. Are you sick, Crazy Robin? I can't fathom you being in Southern California, Long Beach, where it's got to be 96 degrees drinking hot chocolate. I don't know how you're pulling that one off. That's hot, says Zach. I am Siler. Welcome, sir. Kevin Cowie, did I say welcome to you? Oh, shit. I thought this was. Yeah, it was. Oh, let's play it again. Okay, let's play it again. Let's play it again. So this is Johnny Depp's thank you to us and the fans on via TikTok.
Dearest TikTok, to all my most treasured, loyal, and unwavering supporters, we've been everywhere together. We've seen everything together. We have walked the same road together. We did the right thing together, all because you cared. And now we will all move forward together. You are, as always, my employers. And once again, I'm whittled down to no way to say thank you, other than just by saying thank you. So thank you, my love and respect, JD.
Oh my God! So Texaho, yeah, it's not even millennials; it's Gen Z. You're right. It's the next. That's a good point. It's actually too young for millennials in a way. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Millennials might touch it too, but you're absolutely right. It's more Gen Z than now. Hooper. Now I know how you got your name, Crazy Rob. Who drinks hot chocolate in June? You beat me to it, Hooper. I didn't even see that post, but you beat me to it. Okay, the next one. I got a lot of little not I would not so obscure, but little I really dug and I got some stuff to share tonight. Some prank calls I made as Depp. Some let's go to this we love Melvin. Melvin has contributed so much on Gunk and here with his he's such a mensch and he has always got great stuff to send me and research Melvi on the spot. So this is from Melvin. I got Ms. Vasquez speaking Spanish. This is legit. This is Camille doing I don't know if it's for Telemundo but this is Ms. Vasquez speaking Spanish.
A mí me gusta abrazar y tocar a la gente.
Dale un beso.
Ay, los besos no, pero sí le doy un abrazo porque él lo necesitaba.
Johnny Depp te dijo después de que ganaste, oye, te voy a invitar a Bora Bora. ¿Estará teniendo un affair con él o algo de eso? Tú salías de la corte, te preguntaban y tú no querías responder.
No podía responder.
¿Por qué no
Pero
podía responder?
la corte nos directó que no podíamos dar
Pero-
entrevistas o decir algo en la corte. Entonces no podía,
Pero tú lo abrazabas.
sí, claro que sí.
See, Melvin, that was for you. She, to summarize it, she says, "I want you to do Camila Lingus on me." Welcome, Lauren Marie. Always a pleasure to have you, the Scarlet Witch of the Deppening, and your more than generous compliments in your 2-hour drive home that we were able to make that easier for you. The Elizabeth Olsen of the Deppening. Holy shit, Arm. I am Siler. Welcome, sir. Just got done trolling Dr. Drew's live stream about Depp and Turd. Drew and his other feminist doctor are trying to defend. Oh, god damn it. Did he take calls during that, Siler? Because I got on with him and Jillian Barbary once, and that was fun on a very, very on a weird echoey cell phone. But I got the job done. That's an underrated thing. And I was able to troll him and Shuli at one point and talk about Howard's granddaughter and Marcy Turk. But that's great. That's good stuff by you, Melvin. Siler. I will go and listen to that as soon as I can. Zach, that voice. Texas. Oh no, we haven't. I was having a. This is David's the only 33-year-old that had his hip replaced in 1980 during the Blue Lagoon. Where's Ben Benjamin to pile on here? G Canada thanking us, Army might be thanking you and the other Deptford wives, but not me. Hashtag herd husbands unite. Hashtag G Canada. I still contend that you should go on Twitter and really, really take that to the and really, really troll people and have them and just break balls and piss them off. I would be the funniest thing. And I I don't know. Have you tried? I really, really think you should run that up the flagpole on Twitter. Herd husbands unite. Is there even such is a zillion hashtags? I bet you that doesn't even exist. Okay, so let me catch up with the chat here, Kevin Cowie. You know what? Let me for Melvin. Let me play another Camille thing I found. Let me see. Where is she? This is Camille partying. So this is when she becomes made partner from Brown and Rudnick, and by Ben Chu, and she's at some. I don't. She is. I made this comment to John O'Reilly that she's like her when she's not in the court. Her life is one big Shakira video, and this proves it.
I'm here with the best, most beautiful, most in-demand attorneys on planet Earth
He's so
right now.
protected.
I am. I'm gonna go commit a crime. I'm gonna go commit a crime right now.
West Coast and East Coast.
Let me play it again.
I'm here with the best, most beautiful, most in-demand attorneys on planet Earth
He's so
right now.
protected.
I am. I'm gonna go commit a crime. I'm gonna go commit a crime right now.
West Coast and East Coast.
Ben, that's a good bit. Mr. Whiskers talking to Johnny Depp about A-list gossip. That's actually a really funny bit. I'd be into that. I could totally do that. I'd be no heavy lifting whatsoever. Sunflower Dragon says, LaCourte. There's Gunga Din. Welcome, sir. Evening Arm. Welcome, Gunga Din. As everyone, I know you. I mean, Melvin, right? I mean, just speaking Spanish, as cliche as it is, it works every time, especially from a big brain like Camille. Yeah, she's just could you have more of a total package? Charisma, beauty, intelligence, Jesus Christ. And she's from like a wealthy family. I mean, could you be dealt more good hands? Good God. Okay, so what do we got here? So many things. Okay, I'm gonna play because I want to save some of it for Sara when she gets here, and it's gonna be any minute now, probably in the next 5-10 minutes. This is Depp's. This is really quick. This is Depp's first time he was ever on camera, and there's more to it than this. This is the only thing I was able to find so far, but I want to get the whole thing. This is just the first time he was ever on camera. Nightmare on Elm Street 1. I believe this is 84, early 84, late 83s. 21 here, 21.
Give me your full name and correct spelling first.
My name is Johnny Depp, D-E-P-P.
That's it. That's it. And there's more to it. I can't find the full video. It's maybe 90 seconds, but that's the beginning of it. And I've been looking for that for months. I don't know if Melvin can find it for me. I had it. And you know how you go on Instagram and you see a page once and you never see it again, and you follow too many people and it just becomes this big bowl of soup. And the video was sitting there and I was too late. I was like in that soporific state where it's like, 12:30 at night, and I just didn't feel like copying the link and sending it to myself, and I never saw it again. And I've been regretting it for months. Gungadin, I said, welcome. Translation, tacos and burritos. David, Camille and Ben did a great job. George Stephanopoulos tried to bait them with network TV woke baiting, and they didn't take it. They just keep insisting they stuck to the facts. Yeah, David, it was pretty much by the numbers. They saw him coming from a zillion miles away. There's no way. I was talking to Sara the last show we did, and we found out that actually you got to find this out on Court TV. And I don't want to club you over the head with the trial stuff because this is Depp's birthday, but they did, and as one would in a huge trial, a mock trial. So they had Wayne Dennison pose as Rottenborn, and one of the I think it was Jessica Myers posed as Elaine Bredehoft, and they had mock trials for years to prepare for this. How great would it be if we could somehow get? There's no way they didn't record it. They definitely recorded, and I would love, love, love to get my Dr. Drews at Tool. Sometimes Tracy Robin, Tool really makes me laugh, and coming from you and the anger and the capital letters, it really makes me laugh. Like I haven't heard it. I used to say toolbox a lot, and like when you don't need the super original clever thing, and it's something basic like that is just the funniest thing in the world. And coming from Crazy Robin, it's the funniest thing in the world. Oh, thank you, Siler. So, does he have some club or something? Is it join like some Patreon that you're only allowed to call him if you're on his Patreon? Why these rich doctors and lawyers need Patreons? It is save your effing money and donate it to the Deppening. Stop donating to these millionaires. And I cannot believe you'd have a tin cup out and be Dr. Drew makes a lot of, I bet you he's a really wealthy guy. He's had so much shit over the years that celebrity that was but his partner in Celebrity Rehab was at the scene in the Viper Room when River Phoenix died, and he tries to look like Depp. I think his name is Bob Forrest, and he's just a kind of a roving musician. And he was right in the front lines when River Phoenix died at the Viper Room. Crazy. And I think he spoke out against Depp, which yeah, there's an article. It's not an audit, but it was an article that we read on the Deppening. I think during our Viper Room part 2, where this guy almost kind of vaguely blames Depp for Phoenix's death, which is crazy. Camille might be an associate, but still after the trial. This trial should be a shareholder minimum, says Sunflower Dragon. Kevin Cow. Yeah, this is where Sunflower Dragon knows that terrain. I wonder what John O'Reilly's take is on this. She's made partner. She's awash in riches and job offers. I'd not be surprised if she gets film cameos. Oh, absolutely, Melvin. Absolutely. And she was probably told it's going to go right. Don't let it go to your head. We still talk about the OJ lawyers, and I think this trial is on the level of that. You're not going to forget. You're absolutely right. She's inundated. I think while the thing was going on, she was inundated with the first day she was able to let loose on Amber. I think she was inundated with offers outside the actual trial. Oh, you saw that, Hoop? Okay. So you're in the okay. You saw this really thing. I have that recorded. I kind of have it isolated the moments that he was on. Good evening, Texas, to all my winos and gunkers. Melvin, let me catch up with the chat here. Dr. Drew really went down fast. Let's talk about Dr. Drew during Depp's birthday. Things don't add up since David made a colonel after his service in World War II. G Canada. Actually, Arm, at this point, I'm pretty bored of it all. I do it to make you laugh now. Oh, I don't believe you're bored of it, G Canada. You always say that, and then you come back, and I always wonder what your threshold is for boredom. We all do after this trial. So I'm going to play another. The guy looks Duchovny-ish. I also got Beth and Jared vibes. And David's uncanny ability to weave Stern into every single thing we talk about on the Deafening. It doesn't matter what, he can always weave in a comparison. David's going to be one of these guys we hope to have on in one of these square table forum panel shows where we bring in listeners to talk about the various topics. He's one of the most requested. And then Black on Black with Crazy Robin and Beanie Mac. Oh, I could kidnap Camille and give her Stockholm. She's just getting pummeled. I think I have another video here, and this is, let me see if I can, let's see if I can find it. It's just her walk. Okay, so I want to give you some New York City context. I know the terrain pretty well. If I do have it, Camille. So Howard lives on West 67th and Columbus in the middle of Manhattan. Like, you think about like the phoniness of him wanting to hide out. If you really wanted to hide out, you would live like in Soho or Tribeca. He's right smack dab in the middle of New York City. And like Lincoln Square and Lincoln Center is right on the lip of I mean, you want to be seen on some level. I mean, so this is Camille's leaving ABC, Stephanopoulos, who's this studio is directly across from Howard's penthouses in the Millennium Towers. And you're not going to be able to really see, but she's walking into a car. Howard's penthouse is directly across the street. So this is her leaving ABC.
Congratulations for making a partner.
Thank you very much.
Are you going to be seeing Johnny Depp again?
Of course.
Are you a fan of his music?
This guy. Thank you. Slam it down.
Camille.
See Ben Chu. So through the tinted 5% tinted window across the street, the building on Ben Chu's right is Howard's building, formerly the Reebok Sports Club, which I think it's like Equinox now. That's Howard's building going up. That's Millennium Towers, and it's directly across the street from ABC.
Are you a fan of his music?
Yes, of course we are.
Camille, congratulations for making a partner.
Thank you very much.
Are you going to be seeing Johnny Depp again?
Of course.
Are you a fan of his music?
This guy. Thank you. Slam it down.
Camille, are you a fan of his music?
Yes, of course we are.
I almost feel sorry for Camille. She's getting all these stupid, redundant questions, and I'm surprised Beth didn't try to get into that shot and put it on her IMDb. She gets these, hey, Camille, you like Johnny's music? You know, she's got to like, she's almost like a politician now. She has to like grin and bear all this just dopey fucking horrible question. You think you have all this time to ask her a question, and that's what you come up with. What else do you have? I got so many things. Okay. How about we do a prank? How about how about Johnny Depp Day? No, I'm sorry, 21 Jump Street Day in Chicago. So this is from 1987-88. We read something with Jennifer Grey when they were dating. Jennifer Grey is with him, but not in this video. This is when they had, and if anyone's from Chicago, they had something called 21 Jump Street Day. And this is how that went. Depp is all of 24 years old during this. So the entire cast of 21 Jump Street on the launch of the Fox networks goes to Chicago, and they have a, quote, 21 Jump Street Day.
Proclaiming today is 21 Jump Street Day in Chicago.
He is gorgeous. His eyes, his cheekbones, his hair.
Was that Missy Elliott?
Label that I didn't.
He is so gorgeous.
Is that Missy Elliott? Am I crazy or is that Missy Elliott?
He is gorgeous. His eyes, his cheekbones, his hair, he's beautiful. Everything. I love Johnny Depp.
And then you got this kind of title, tea.
Now this was for I remember the Don Juan DeMarco MTV special. So MTV used to do this thing, and they would do movie. MTV was very eclectic back then. They would do like movie specials, and so if a movie hit the demographic of pretty much Generation X, they would have like a half-hour special, and they would interview the star or the director with it, and they would do something like this. And Depp did 2 of them, I think. And this was for Don Juan DeMarco in 1995. And somehow they got footage of this 21 Jump Street day. I will remove that, and I will play you. So this is an homage to. Okay, this is Depp in the UK. This is from last week, and this is a montage I made of the insane. You talk about a guy who's not canceled. This almost like flies in the face of contradicting everything the trial is supposed to be about. This is the UK and him going to his bus with the Jeff Beck concerts he was doing. This is like. So after this, we have I think we have I think we have a co-star. Who's this?
Did my name come up?
Here she is. Say hi to Sara, everyone.
It took me so long to come up with that, and I don't even see my name.
Did you write your own name? Happy birthday, Mr. D.
Take the comment down, Melvin's wonderful comment down for just a second.
Okay, okay. Oh,
there we go.
Does that really disrupt the name? That's really
crazy.
That's a lot. That's really bizarre. So everyone say hi to Sara.
Hi.
Were you in there? I mean, did you see anything we played just now? We just played some stuff that you didn't really. We played. I gave Melvin some chub up material from Camille. Walking out of ABC across the street from Howard's penthouses, I might add, on West 67th and Columbus, and Camille speaking Spanish, and 20. You know what? Because you're such a Jump Street fan, this is 21 Jump Street Day, Sara.
Okay, yes.
In Chicago,
I like
and
this.
you remember this?
Yes.
Huh? Okay.
I was there.
I know this is definitely something you would do.
I would totally.
When you first get that, you go, that's nice. And then you go, oh.
I didn't think it was nice at first. I just knew that they were branding me with this, I was getting labeled, and with a label that I didn't want. I didn't want anything to do with any labels, And when I read Cry Baby, I knew that was the way to go.
No.
To make fun of all those images, to make fun of all those labels.
I completely disagree. I don't think Crybaby did shit to erase anything. I think 10 people saw it. It didn't. In his mind, it did. It didn't. Do you think it did anything, Sara, to erase the stereotype of a teen idol? Like somehow.
No, I still avoid that movie because of the John Waters thing. I'm uncomfortable with John Waters. But no, I just don't care about that movie.
Thank you, Sunflower Dragon. I got your throat spray right here, honey. And very fittingly, it probably is a honey throat spray with what I have from Costco. Thank you, Sunflower Dragon.
Did you think that super chat we got at the last minute last time?
That was Brian Janu, you said, right? You saw it. I didn't see it. You said I just somehow connected it that it was Brian Janu.
Yes. So thank you, Brian. We were already off, and by the time I saw it, so sorry about that, but thank you, and thank you
That's
for
why we
today.
need
I
Red
see some
Bar.
new ones.
Exactly, Kevin Cow. We gotta drive home to Monique tomorrow to bring up Red Bar as often as she can, and the knockoff show that she's talking to, because it is a straight up knockoff. That and Opie and Anthony's Jocktober. You were the one who introduced me to Red Bar, Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
He's been doing it
Proudly.
since 03.
03 about, yeah.
Yeah, he basically just goofs on every podcast out there in a 9-hour show, and he's amazing. Just
First
so good. It makes
episode,
me.
first episode I ever saw of Red Bar, it's like a 10-minute clip where on YouTube where he makes fun of Joe Rogan's height. I have never laughed so hard.
Me too. Me too. I also love the one where he goes after Whitney Cummings and Chris D'Elia. Calls them out on grifting the audience and having like a fake phone number or something where they were collecting money. That's so good. He's so good. And he has his wife, Jules, is kind of she's kind of in the background, and she's funny, and she just doesn't, she chimes in once in a while, but it's not a lot, and she's kind of his sidekick, would you say? Or
I would say now more than ever he needs one to do the heavy lifting, but he provides the personality. I think she does all the behind the scenes stuff because he just can't anymore.
She collects all the material. She pretty much combs the internet and looks for the moments. Which
I
is
went to their
not-
store because I was gonna buy you. I can say this because they're sold out, but I was gonna buy you something for Christmas from their Red Bar store. Everything is still sold out, even after a year.
Sarah, do you know this Sunflower Dragon question? Was there recent news of Depp having to be assisted out of a building within the last few days?
The problem with that is that was
Isn't
the
he-
headline, but with the actual story with that, the way his bodyguards carry him out, they grab him and they lift him off the ground to carry him out through a crowd.
They almost play good
sometimes.
cop, bad cop with him.
Yeah, he might have been buzzed, but I don't know. He wasn't too drunk to walk. That's just how they run him out of there.
I am Siler. Thank you, sir. He writes, Drew is something called Clubhouse. You can call into his show. He's going to join it soon because Drew's a mod. Keep putting me into. We were talking about Dr. Drew before when I called the. Siler was saying that they had some Depp commentary, and he said that it was pro Amber Heard, or
I don't
they
know how that's
they
possible.
didn't know what to do. It was one of these like ballless takes where they don't know what to
course.
do. This kind of
You know what
wishy-washy.
I heard there was a screening of Aquaman. They're doing a test screening. She has at least a half an hour in the movie now. So they added her.
I read something about this, and I thought it was just a fucked up rumor. They added it.
They've
Screen
added
time?
They cut her down to less than 10 minutes. And since the trial, they've added at least another 20 minutes. I
And
think they're testing it.
Has this been substantiated by anybody?
Yes, there was a screening.
Kevin Cowie says, "Yeah, son, he was being mobbed by fans in a hotel. Said they escort him out. Like Sarah said, that's a common welcome to his life and world. I mean, I don't know when he's not actually.
They honestly, they lift him up off his feet and run him out of there.
Yep.
Right now, he's mobbed.
I can't quite get the name. I should have it by now, but they never say it. The name of the not Sean Bett, the other bodyguard who looks like Jeff Fisher with the hockey hair and the mustache. He was with Camille. He basically Depp deploys him to guard Camille and Chew everywhere they go. He's
still hanging around.
I know. Oh, only in that's right. Sunflower Dragons quoting the well, I didn't, I played you the other one. This is what you really want to see. That was okay.
For me, that volume is like blowing out my speaker. I don't know how it is
Everything's
for
too loud
everybody
for
else.
you.
I know I'm very sensitive, but I don't know how if it's too
You know,
loud for
I come
chat.
from the world of rock and roll and where nothing's too
God.
loud for me. Okay, this is it.
Proclaiming today is 21 Jump Street Day in Chicago.
He is so gorgeous. He is gorgeous. His eyes, his cheekbones, his hair, he's beautiful. Everything. I love Johnny Depp.
And then you got this kind of typical, teen idol.
I feel so sorry for the other cast that day, Sarah.
Yeah.
So you got DeLuise
Who
and Crazy
cares about
Robinson Pete.
Peter
What?
DeLuise?
Stephen Williams was there. I think Dustin and Jennifer Grey was there. You remember we just read the book and she references that without referencing it. She doesn't actually say
Yeah.
21 Jump Street Day in Chicago, but she says that she went to Chicago for an event in the book we just read about, which was I was like I couldn't believe she was in that. And there's actually remember the clips of him in that he has the hat from the set on, it says Tigers on it. He stole it from that episode Low and Away. And
Yep.
that's what that's from. That's them in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
By the
did
way,
we
just
play?
play whatever you want. We'll take the copyright. It doesn't matter. We save 10 cents.
Yeah, I don't care either.
It's a special occasion.
So this is Depp playing with Bono for Shane McGowan, who they always tell.
Really?
I still haven't watched the Crock of Gold documentary. I swear to you, who was telling me to do that? Was it Tanuna or Balo? And I swear to you, I will watch it. I will watch it. But this is so he was. This is Sarah suggested Depp's singing voice is it's obviously so it's Bowie and Bono fused together. So this is
Okay.
I've been running a long time, down on the years, down on the days, and I've cried for all the troubles, smile at your funny little ways.
how many people are on stage? Where's David in this orchestra, right?
Friends grow up together, and we saw them as they
I don't even see his hand moving.
Some of them fell into heaven.
Lauren Marie, the Debbie Gibson song is hitting a lot of notes with the broads in the chat. Doesn't it take you right back? If anything takes you to the late 80s, it's just hearing anything Debbie Gibson, right? Or Tiffany.
I took shelter from the shower, and I stepped into your arms. Whatever happened to that old song? Those little girls.
Sarah, you are loving that chat. You're going crazy, man. Look at this, Sarah. Look at this. Look at this, Sarah circle jerk. Zach,
They're not here for me,
Crazy
darling.
Robin, David. No, they look because you always here. I think your new thing is now you make it seem like you're not coming in and you come in at the last minute so everybody misses you and you set them up with your opening was phenomenal. I mean, it really was. I think I'm going to play it again at some point.
Okay.
Although, should I play it now?
Whatever you want. But this is your show. I am here for a few minutes. And then you will pick up the torch and run away with it, as you
I
always
get a torch you could pick up on it.
I know. I can't wait. Just kidding.
I say we play it now.
It's hot in here now. Whew.
I think anyone who came in late.
Whatever you want to do.
Let's finish this.
I can cringe.
We'll never find out what it means.
Cape Trustee wants to know, hey, Sarah, is Arm going to make you a partner?
Yes, done.
You're getting Camille status. That's so funny, Cape. There's Arnold Strong numero uno. That's always hard for me to say. Why can't I say that? Why can't I phonetically say that? It's not. I need to flow out of me. I got to work on that. Arnold Strong numero uno. ABC is Disney. Let's remember. Yes, yes, yes. Always remember.
Yeah, of course.
Welcome, Affy. Joel Johnson thinks, and you know Joel and his taste, his
Oh
avant.
yeah.
He's such a John Water. He's such a waterhead. They call him
I
a waterhead.
can't.
He loves Crybaby. It's legit great movie. No, that's fair, Joel. I mean, we're all different. I could see how someone would love the camp to that. It's not for everybody. I love Nick of Time. I think Nick of Time's a great movie. I thought that was ballsy, and no one's going
I
to
like
agree
that
with me
movie.
on that. Well, it's set in real time, right? So that 24 basically knocked off that whole concept.
Mm-hmm.
I was riveted the whole time, and no one's going to agree with me on that. I love the story about when the Beatles played Shea Stadium. The security guy said girls were passing out everywhere. The place smelled like piss because
Oh.
they were all ripped
Oh
out.
God.
It smelled like Lenny Dykstra's piss.
Ugh.
Welcome,
Kylie.
Kylo Sierra Alpha. We love you too. We love Arms Passion. Thank you,
I do too.
Asa.
It's so endearing.
When did I show for what? What specifically was this?
Your passion in general.
Okay, well, there's more where that came from. King Cap, welcome. Happy birthday, Johnny. Enjoy the day, Mr. Arms. Like we're so I actually am more enthusiastic about his birthday than my own. Like
I
by
know.
far. By far. It's not and imagine next year, a year from now at 60. He's gonna be 60. Can you I remember
That's
vividly,
all
and
right.
there's a I'll play it right after this. There's a video I have when he turned 30. I was like, "Holy shit, that's old. That's
Mm-hmm.
crazy." I'm in a Burger King in Bohemia, Long Island. It was like the only Burger King. Well, that wasn't. It was like the first Burger King when I was a little kid that was in the immediate area. And it was like the Burger King, and we would bike to it from another town away. And I had chicken. I had a chicken sandwich. Their classic chicken sandwich,
I'm so
their
hungry right now.
fries,
Thanks.
and a huge refillable Diet Coke. I think I had two chicken sandwiches, and I sat there and I had. Remember what the USA Today had? It was a weekend edition, so
Mm-hmm.
they didn't come out. They didn't have a Sunday paper. They didn't have. They just came out with it. I think it Friday, and it permeated 3 days. So I
Yeah.
love the USA Today because I'm like a national sports fan, and I got that. And there was an article on Depp and Benny in June in the thing, and he was just about to turn 30, and I was like, "This is crazy." I sat there like frozen, going, "I can't believe this." That's that it was so old back then, and he's gonna be 60 next year. It's crazy, crazy,
Mm-hmm.
crazy. Mike and Jules are the thank you, Cindy Clausen. Thank you for the 5. What is the difference between a super sticker and a super chat?
Super sticker, and unfortunately, I wish we could see them through StreamYard. But a super sticker it's still a super chat, but you get like a little image of like a heart or something or an animal, but we can't see them. So, and I hate that.
Scott Baylor says, I appreciate Red Bar shitting on Rogan's circle of terribly
Oh
unfunny
God,
comedians. Yeah,
I
big
got it.
time. But he's go
I
ahead.
also got to say, as much as I can't stand Mersh, Revenge of the Cis and their politics. But anyway, Revenge of the Cis does a very good job of just busting on the LA comics too.
Well, they're kind of knocking off him too, aren't they?
Well,
I
of
mean, I think this
course,
guy,
Mersh
I
is
think Red
so
Bar
copying Red
set the
Bar.
table. Yeah, he's so good. He's so good at it. It makes me uncomfortable. He's because stuff. I mean, he's doing Fred's job. Obviously, he's doing Howard's job, and I guess Jules would be Robin and Gary combined. And it's
Mm-hmm.
just, and they're doing what is it, 9 hour shows sometimes?
Yeah.
Crazy.
He's doing a 6.5 hour show. Basically, he is so ill. He gets out of bed to do a show and then he goes right back to bed.
What's his disease, Sarah? It's
He has some kind
Huntington's.
of immune disorder. He won't reveal what it is, but he's on
Gina,
opiates now.
Gina
So
Bobina, welcome. Always, you and you're ebullience, just like Crazy Robin. You have a hoodie pass. Crazy Robin gave you a hoodie pass before. I always, always, always love having you in the chat in any way, shape, or form.
you have to read
Bobina
Meldon's
says,
comment coming up too.
okay, coming up. Johnny's buzz never. Well, Johnny being his God, she beat me to it. Sunflower Dragon will be in his 60s. There's stuff that Johnny will be a man in his 60s period. Well, Sunflower. I'm just happy he's still with us. Knowing what we know from the
Mhm.
trial and the cocktail of drugs and the habits he has, he ain't exactly doing spin classes with Kevin Bacon on the Upper West Side. And I can't. That constitution he has, you know, makes Artie look like Ross Zapin.
I am happy he's away from that fist flying C word and my suspicions that she wanted him dead, and that's why she was so upset she wasn't in
I
the will.
agree with you. Vote that theory again, Sarah, with the knife for his birthday. You know,
Well, I
this is
don't
a
know about
great
the
birthday
knife.
story.
I don't know that much about the
No,
knife, but
you said the knife. Go ahead.
the
Stick
inscription,
with it.
I'm not gonna repeat his accent saying it because I cringed so hard. But the knife said until death, XX Slim, and their big fight in Australia started because he wouldn't put her in the will, and she just started throwing bottles. So, and people have said too on these other shows that have, broken down the trial, she's lucky, or we're lucky, I guess. I think she probably wanted to. A bottle didn't break on that marble counter, fly up and slice his neck.
Well, your
So,
theory is that just giving him a knife is tempting him with some whacked out suicide notion when he's
well,
on some
the San
hallucinogen.
Francisco audio was he's saying, I'm gonna cut myself. She's like, no, the knife is too dull. Let me get you a sharp one.
Do you Depp, Sarah? Do you Depp for everybody? I like what because it's like you're mocking me by doing it, so I find that to be very endearing.
What Depp
Anything
impersonation?
you want to do,
I
anything you
don't
want to do.
do it very well.
Whatever you're about to say next, do it in your. It's doesn't matter if it's good.
I can't.
Just come on.
I can't.
You're
I don't even want to.
Remember Elaine Bredoff? I don't want you to use my words again.
Yeah, I know.
She goes.
She should be
By the way,
disbarred for that
your
impersonation.
opening is so good. My favorite thing is it's like let's play Sarah's opening. Let me wrap this up. Sunflower Dragon says, I try so hard to hear Depp's guitar playing. I fail every time. Welcome to my world, Sunflower Dragon. I've been going through this for at least 15 years. I cannot for the life of me figure out what notes he's playing. It's coming out of the amplifier.
When was
Ever.
this?
This is like less than a year ago.
Oh, okay. All right.
So Shane McGowan from the Pogues. How many names do they have, guys? Who is like an Irish punk singer, and Depp did this documentary with him, Crock of Gold. So that they're honoring him on his 60th birthday here. 17-piece orchestra.
Sometimes
Melvin doesn't hear it either, sir. I don't hear his guitar coming through either. I'm pretty
I
sure it's just
don't.
a prop.
I
But
don't.
like, God, everybody says that, guys. Everybody's saying it, and it's not hating. And I wish I just.
I'm still like in the camp. Let him do what he wants.
Yeah, I guess. I want a good film. I don't want you playing with.
They're
I mean,
coming.
this is where you're famous, and his goal seems to be, I need to be friends with every rock star there is. And it's like his agent or his agency just hooks him up with these people. It's like, you don't, just because someone got signed doesn't mean they're great. I mean, they are. They're the best musician. So if you wanted to be around the best musicians, you'd be around the dude playing at the bottom line at 3:00 in the morning on a Wednesday night. Just because someone got signed doesn't mean they're the best of the best. But he needs to be around. He's friends with everybody. Everybody.
I want to
From
say
Dave
too.
Grohl to Bono to Shane McGowan to everybody.
As much as I was so obsessed with you two up through like Zooropa, in '93.
Oh, I love you too. I love you too.
I do too. But fucking new Bono bores me to death.
Well, I mean, what new stuff do they have?
They have a lot of new stuff, but I just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Nothing will beat Rattle and Hum.
My favorite song is The End of the World. I don't know if anybody knows that one.
Oh, great song.
Wasn't
Oh,
really
my
a
God.
hit. My friend
Octane
Matt
Baby.
Kaplan, it introduced me to the song. And one time we were out, and his band was playing, and they were just playing like a mix of stuff on CDs before
Mhm.
they went on. And that thing, he played that thing. I didn't know what it was. So I hear this guitar. I'm like, I think it was the
Oh,
Edge's
so
guitar
good.
solo, and I'm
Yeah, at the
just
very
like,
beginning.
what the fuck is this? Like it just took me and just suplexed me onto the stage. I'm like, what? And I stopped it. I made him play it again, explain, and I just from that point on, I copied the CD from him, and I was like,
It's a
it's
great
easily my
CD.
favorite U2 song. It's
Mhm.
unbelievable. It's so good. And the premise of the song is um um it's about being stuck at a party, and a guy is so drunk or wasted that he's talking to you about the end of the world,
Yeah.
and you can't get out of the conversation, which I think that's such a great
Oh,
unique premise for a
Joel
song.
Johnson, Bullet the Blue Sky. Oh my God. There's a live version of Bullet the Blue Sky that was it on Rattle and Hum? I don't know, sorry, but it is so great live. My God.
Wild Horse is a good song too, right?
That's great too. That whole era
Who's
for
gonna
them was just
run
perfect.
your wild
Yeah. Who's
horses?
gonna fall at the foot of thee? Oh.
Who's gonna take the place of me?
The
Jackie Chair
Fly is great too, by the
texted me.
way.
Good for you, G Canada. I didn't know Marilyn Manson was. Yeah, that's ignorance is bliss in that case.
Yeah.
Nice, Scotty. Okay, so I promised to play Sarah's. Let me finish
Oh.
this up. Why are you embarrassed? It's so good. I can see.
There he was.
You know what the weird part is about this video? You see the guys playing violin, and I bet you they're Depp's age.
I don't hear them either, so
I bet you they're Depp's age.
yeah, probably.
You
Their
you know
white
the
hair.
the court stenographer?
Mm-hmm.
I can't prove this. I bet you she's a good 10 years younger than Depp is.
She could be.
That's how like he's sort of this weird Peter Pan, like where he's sort of he's in suspended animation and everybody else gets older. Even though he has gotten old. I mean, if we put it side by side of him, you could tell he's in his 50s. It's not
Mm-hmm.
even question. But it's a weird 50. It's like a cartoony 50.
Yeah.
It's a Hollywood 50. I don't know what work he says has done. I can't prove it. I thought that was going to come out in the trial, that she was going to throw him under the bus with all these weird Botoxes and hair plugs and it didn't. I wrongly predicted that. I thought she was going to go nuts with that.
Mm-hmm.
The 90s mushroom double Swiss burger, Sarah, Burger King.
I would do it. Thank you, Debbie.
Look, G Canada with a great compliment. He's literally anything I know from celebrities and pop culture, I learn from here in Radio Gunk. You guys are teaching me every day. No wonder I'm so angry.
Good.
Holy shit, G Canada. That's such a weird backward compliment. Yeah, and I guess we're just pissing on, for the most part, we're hating on these people. Not in every case, but so it's just it's just teaching him to hate who we hate. That's a weird backward compliment. And I
Speaking
believe it.
of, but I hate interrupting you. I'm sorry.
No,
Speaking
you're not
of
interrupting at all.
Radio Gunk, everybody go. I am so looking forward to the dynamic of the sit down between Monique and Carl. I mean, Kevin from Why Do I Podcast? My
What
God.
happened with why is that name getting confused like that? Or
Because
what is
John
that
thinks he's
joke?
funny. Stuttering
Okay.
John thinks he's funny. He's not going to give him the attention he craves, so he calls him Kevin from Why Do I Podcast.
Okay.
one of his unfunny guests. I forget the guy's name, but he's uber unfunny. He
Remember
came up with
the
that.
Hal Sparks feud you had, Sarah, going?
Yeah. That's why I'm blocked.
He talked about his Botox and hair plugs and
No, I
plastic
want to know.
surgery.
I wanted to know. I think it was if Hal was going to be paying for his transition, or
Yes, that was it.
if
That's
us
right.
taxpayers had to pay it.
They spent 10 minutes talking about you too when you did that.
I hope not.
No, didn't I showed that to you? You saw that. That's like from about a year ago.
Oh yeah, that okay. Gross.
It's crazy. Robin goes, "It's air guitar, but it's fun for Depp."
You know what? I'm gonna give it to him though, and he's looking good. He's got a nice little butt in those little black pants.
Are you looking at his ass during this? How do you
Of
see
course.
his ass? Wow, you looking at Bono's ass?
No, Bono
Okay.
does nothing for me.
What it means. There's a light out before me. You're the measure of my dreams. The measure of...
Hooper, I promise you, I'm going to watch that Shane McGowan documentary by the end of this weekend. I promise.
Music more than Thank you, Hooper.
Joel Johnson says for YouTube, "Bullet in the Blue Sky" is his
Bullet
favorite.
the Blue Sky. It's a great
Bullet the
song.
Blue. Well, how old is that song? I don't
In
know if I know it.
'86, it was
Oh,
on the
wow.
Joshua Tree.
Do you know them from '86?
I know them from.
I didn't know they existed in
1983.
'86.
I have all their stuff up through Pop.
They were on a 21 Jump Street episode.
Which
The
one?
season 4, with or without you,
Oh,
with or with, I know, which is the biggest hit at the time.
I
but
don't.
they
That's
were-
like one of my least favorite songs. I don't know why.
That's the one where they go to El Salvador. I can't remember. A Smith just watched it. Texas, I was a lifelong U2 fan since War, but lost
Yeah.
interest in the early '90s.
Same here.
But didn't End of the World come out in '96 or something?
91.
Oh, okay. Is that old? I didn't realize it was that old.
Oh my God. I want to recommend any U2 fans from the early fans. If you haven't, listen to October. The song October off the album October is so great. The rest of the album's good too. Gloria is great. All of that's great. Boy, their first album is okay.
We got to acknowledge how unbelievable their career is. I mean, they're still going strong. Like from '86, they've never broken up. They do tons of charities. They have tons of. I mean, that's an amazing band. I mean, that's got to be like, in my opinion, top 3 to 5 rock and roll bands of all time.
Mhm.
I don't. If someone said one, I'd be like, all right.
I'm skipping way ahead. Fudgicle says, "With or Without You" was one of those songs I hated because it was over. Absolutely. I skipped that and not Where the Streets Have No Name, but what's the other one? Still haven't found what I'm looking for. I skipped that.
Yeah.
I go right to like Red Hill Mining Town. That oh my God, Bullet the Blue Sky. The rest of that album is stellar.
Pelel goes, yeah. BK sells the Mick Hawk Dog using Costco Franks and is that true? Is that true? Wow.
Oh God.
Thank you, David.
No, that's very generous.
Deus Machina for Depp and winning the trial. Look at David with a Deus Machina.
See, I read that Ex Machina.
That's
like,
but
alright.
isn't that doesn't that basically mean Rage Against the Machine, or
I don't know.
is it the
I'm
translation of that? I forget what it's something like that.
I don't even speak Canadian. I'm so dumb.
Oh, remember you played the was it Rage Against the Machine?
Mm-mm.
Our first Deppening opening, you used was it Rage Against the Machine or was it what was it?
Oh God, I don't even remember.
Oh, I almost played it. I didn't want the copyright. It's so good. It was.
We're gonna
it
get
was,
one anyway.
You want it all, but you can't have it. You want it.
Oh, Faith
What
No More?
is Faith No More? Faith No.
Epic?
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yes.
Epic. That
That you
was on the
played that
first-
That
Viper
great
Room.
piano you played in a montage. It's so
that was
good.
the trailer.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up. Swear to God.
Did Stuttering John mention dating? I would never. No. I jump off a building.
Okay, I'm going to play Sarah's brilliant opening now. I don't know why you're uncomfortable. It's so good. You're not. It's not like you're talking in it. I could see if you maybe singing or talk, but Jesus, it's just you making. This is such good stuff.
Good evening and welcome to Fox.
WINO forever, WINO forever, WINO forever, WINO forever, WINO forever, WINO forever.
Can I ask you how long it took you to do that? That seems pretty involved.
Oh my God, what day did I even do it? Tuesday I did that. I woke up early, maybe
Tuesday,
about
that's
2 or 3 hours.
My favorite part of that video is you have what would you say that is? It's like an accordion. Happy birthday, dun, 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 and he's and Whitey Bulger's choking out his wife.
I know.
It so doesn't fit the mood. I did you choose that on purpose to be just like
Yes.
ironic?
My
Whitey
two
Bulger
favorite
choking out his wife.
My two favorite Depp movies. I had to put in Ed Wood. I put in way too much of both movies, but that's all right.
Hooper says starting a fund this Sarah to come to Long Island and do next to. She wants to go to Bayville before that to go to Jokeland.
I know. I want to go to Oyster
Bay.
Fest.
They got some. I don't think JD's really playing the guitar while singing. It looks off.
Yeah.
Everybody says it. The Devil's Urine says Fudgesicle. Welcome, Fudgesicle. I didn't see you slip in there. Beautiful Day is the only good U2 song. I like that's definitely a guilty pleasure. You know, it's poppy. It's fine. It's kind of on the new side. I guess it came out like 15 years ago. What's that other one? Lost in a Moment.
That you can't get out of. What's that song?
And you can't get out of it. I like that song. I like the arrangement.
Yeah,
I do like that song.
album. I'm kind of like, on. I have it, but I'd never listen to it.
There's a couple of from that early to mid 80s period. There's actually a couple more. I have to go back and they were on.
Hooper says Oyster Fest is a shit show. I believe it. Trust me. If I'm there, I'll be miserable the whole time. But I want to eat oysters. I want to eat that fried chicken sandwich with the bone in it that Jackie.
You want to eat Camille's oyster? Yeah,
I want to eat. I would eat Camille's oyster and Ben Chu's bone. Oh, no, just as thank you.
Imagine you screaming at him when he's walking to an SUV with the.
No,
I want to eat your bone, Ben.
Some security force would tackle me to the ground and drag me off into an alley and just beat the hell out of me.
Okay, what are we gonna play next here? I was gonna play him Depp's 30th birthday. So I was talking about being in Burger King and thinking how old 30 was, and I couldn't believe it. And reading the USA Today when they had an article on him and Benny in June. So this is exactly when this came out. This is completely coincides with it. Sunday Bloody Sunday is great, Mackie. You're right.
The best thing that ever happened.
504, welcome.
And one final question. I've always been interested in the type of mementos that actors keep from their movies down the road, and they keep on their mantle. What kind of things have you kept from your various films over the years?
Like actual stuff?
Yeah, like some years.
The hands, the scissor hands, and the costume. I try to keep a bit of, just pieces, like wardrobe stuff and props. Benny and June, I got the cane, or one of the canes and one of the hats. And, scissor hands and crybaby jacket and stuff. Yeah, just because, if I croak, I could leave it for, like my grandkids or whatever.
Leave it to
And
me.
one quick final question. You're going to be turning 30 in pretty soon there. Do you feel that's going to be
I'm rapidly approaching that.
Is that a milestone that you're looking forward to and putting your 20s behind you?
I actually can't wait to turn 30, yeah. I'm excited to turn 30. Because 10 years in the 20s is too much. They should sort of somehow change that. You should turn 30 at 25, I think.
Great.
Less pressure.
I'm going to use that one, right? All right, thanks very much there. Yeah, right. Okay.
Depp's a bit of a walking contradiction in that way. He's got a Peter Pan complex, but he has this weird old soul thing where he wants to be attached to Martin Landau and Marlon Brando and Thompson, just like desperately in search of father figures.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
BL says the actual cocaine from below was another keepsake.
That's Brendan. That's our friend Brendan, who is
Okay. Hi, Brendan.
yeah, old friend. Really, really witty. You'd love this guy. He's just like you. He's all up in his head, really witty, and he's just vicious sense of humor.
I believe
you
it
two
about
is
him.
yeah, you two. No, you are too. He's the male version of you. Utah was great and beloved. Bono came off like a pretentious douchebag while raising $1 billion
Yeah.
for Africa to cue the backlash.
And
Hey,
Bono, when he dressed as the Fly in those leather pants and for Octoon Baby, he was too fat for leather pants. That's just
You
me
see,
being petty.
Brendan's a guy, kind of like you. If you liked shitty music, he'd slap you around and keep you honest. If you like something lame, he had that weird like 120 minutes radar where he knew and he would acknowledge that, he's like he would say if you dissed Sinead.
Yep, you cut out. Can you hear me? You're cut out. I can't hear you.
No.
Oh,
How
there
about now?
you are. You're
Okay,
back.
I think the mic. If it's not, it could
Streaming
be a
is
USB
never,
thing.
even if you're plugged in, streaming is never 100%.
I think where I left off was I said Brendan would keep you if you
Yeah, we
dissed
heard that.
Sinead O'Connor. He would let you know that she's way better than the Pop Tart that MTV's making her out to be, and he would
Mhm.
know her obscure songs. So he's one of those. Like he really has that airtight musical radar. Everybody has a friend that keeps them honest. Usually, it's
Yeah.
an older brother or sister that does that.
Mhm.
Easiest job in rock and roll, the rhythm section of 12. The interesting thing about Benny and June, Sarah, we haven't, and I don't know when we want to do this, but do you remember that video I showed you? We were going to play it during where Depp went. It's Spokane, is how you say it?
Yes, Spokane.
So the Benny and June set was in Spokane, Washington, and they
Mhm.
took over a cul-de-sac, and then they built this huge fence for the house that Depp was staying at while they were shooting Benny and June, and
Mhm.
the neighbors were going, I don't know what they're hiding for. Nobody really gives a shit.
I
It
know.
was like, so it was
I
like
totally,
him and
I
Aiden
totally
Quinn.
buy
And,
that. Here in the Northwest, celebrities come. It's in the newspaper for a day, and then it's like, okay, who cares?
Gina Bobino, some it's Once Upon a Time in Mexico. You had that. How did you choose Once Upon a Time in Mexico? So he gets his eyes poked out, he puts his
I've
sunglasses
always,
on, and he's with that kid. He is so brilliant in that movie. I
yes.
cannot emphasize, if you're gonna watch Once Upon a Time in Mexico, just fast forward to his scenes.
There
Don't
is a
watch
video on YouTube that I went to. I've never watched the movie. I still haven't. I just went to that video that showed his scenes.
He's
It was
so good in that.
fantastic.
Yeah. Oh man. If you're gonna take like individual, like where the performance is better than the movie, that might be the quintessential of that. It's like Antonio Banderas doesn't exist, and it's
Mhm.
his franchise. That's his trilogy, and Robert
Yeah.
Rodriguez, and there's so many. But he steals that movie like you can't. Like Winona Ryder at Barney's in 2001.
I went to. I've never seen Chocolat either, and I don't want to. But same video. They
That's a
have
similar thing, but
just
he's only in it
his
for 15
scenes.
minutes.
Yeah, I don't care about her and her chocolate store. I don't care. I just want to see him because he looks effing hot.
Yeah, he steals that movie from Julie Binoche, even though he's only in it for 15 minutes. But
He's hot as a river rat, and anyway.
who cares what these narrow-minded citizens think? And he comes in, and it's not Mike, and he's sampling the chocolate. And who else is in it?
I'd feed him the
Dr.
truffle.
Octopus is
Ooh.
in that. Dr. Octopus is in it. Alfred Molina.
Yeah,
It's a
alright.
good cast. It's like it's a classic Hallmarkian Weinstein Miramax Oscar. I think it was not. I think she was nominated for Best Actress, and I think
Mhm.
it was nominated for Best Film. I think.
Can I ask you? I'm all over the place here. I'm sorry. The picture and
Oh,
the top.
I like Mysterious Ways, Fudgesicle. I agree. I
Oh,
like
great song.
that's a. I cannot say that phrase without thinking of them. Like I use that phrase virtually every day. So when somebody freaks you out, you go, "Wow, that guy moves in mysterious ways." And I'm not saying because I made it. I'm channeling them and I don't know it. I use that phrase every fucking day when I'm trying to psychoanalyze someone. Oh God, it's such a part of the lexicon, right?
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree, Fudgesicle. Good call. Go ahead, Sarah. I'm sorry. You were saying.
No. I was gonna say I sent this background to you last week, and you requested a new 21 Jump Street photo
Oh, I
on the
did.
top row.
Oh yeah. That's from okay. That's from the Sherilyn Fenn episode.
Okay, I knew you would know that. How scary.
That's from when it's the first McQuaid brother episode, and Sherilyn Fenn's dad is a police captain who molests her,
Yep.
and that's him turning her down in the parking lot.
Oh, that's
She tries
right.
to get him to kill her father, and that's him
Mm.
turning her down in the parking lot.
Someone asked me the last. I forgot who it was. I'm sorry. They asked me about if I like Hairspray. No, I don't like. I feel dirty when I watch John Waters movies.
No, I asked you what the second picture was.
No, there was a chat that
After
you had
Nightmare
up.
on Elm Street, and then Private Resorts on the right. What's the one in the middle?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up again.
I said it's from the Pepsi commercial
No, it's not.
that I played.
It's an
All right.
actual. I think it's a TV movie.
Is it we got Slow Burn, we got Hotel. He was in
Hotel is-
Lady Blue.
Yeah.
Yes. God damn it. I forgot.
Every
about that.
single performance is on this.
Depp did it. There was a drama called Lady Blue, which was about a Chicago policewoman, and he God damn it, he plays a guy named Lionel in the episode, and Danny Aiello is the male lead in the series, and him and his brother are aspiring surgeons, and they run around kidnapping bodies and killing them so they can operate on them. That's the plot.
Mm-hmm.
And he plays the younger brother to this guy, and that's a great. So this is them. They're in a bar, and they're harassing the waitress. I think that's the face he gives her. His name is Lion. That's a great poll by you.
Gina Bobina says, "So random, Sarah, and welcome to my brain."
We're all random, aren't we? Fudgesicle says U2's war on cultures clubs colored by the numbers. You didn't see this, Sarah, so they're gonna get pissed at me if I do this again. I'll just play 30 seconds of it. We played this before, and this is what I thought it was, but that's Lady Blue, and that's such a good catch by you. We played this before. God damn it! Let me find this. Oh, come on.
You have too much shit in that folder, I bet.
No, I got a decent amount. It's enough for this show. Shit. God damn it! I gotta like label stuff. I need Marcy Turk and David Allen to help me organize my folder. Okay, here it is.
I'm gonna beat
yeah.
you.
I saw you play this earlier.
Yeah. Winner gets to choose where we go tonight.
Okay, and the loser
Marilyn
has
Fenn trying to put in a British accent.
I don't know. Like her makeup free look. Natural
Yeah, she
look.
looks crazy here.
Checkmate. Let's go to the movies.
What?
God, she's annoying.
That's all I wanted. I just wanted to hear that. You're never gonna get that earworm out of your. Go ahead, Sarah. Let's go to the movies. David says, I think he acts fatherly to his fans to be the father figure he was always searching for. Cue the George Michael reference coming soon, right?
Knowing what we know now, those George Michael lyrics are a little weird.
So do you do that now when you hear a song like from him, or you just everything's about being gay?
No.
Like when he officially was out of the closet. Okay, that's about a gay guy. Like anytime when a guy is officially out, you just decide, oh, let me go rethink their playlist again. It's about being gay. Every
Well,
song.
if you rewatch the video for Last Christmas, look at it again, knowing what you know now. He's not
Oh my
looking
God.
at the broad. He's looking at the jewelry on her lapel. He loves it more than he loves her.
A. Smith calls that episode the Marta episode.
Oh yeah,
The
well,
21
that's
Jump Street episode. That's
what
our
it's
Marta
about.
from is from who's that based on?
I watched that
In the
once.
Deafening.
I was so traumatized for some reason as a child watching it. I still remember it, and I don't want to watch it again.
You want to hear a prank call?
Yeah.
You want to hear
Do what you
a
want.
Depp prank call? So this is.
Let me
Let's
get a
start
tea
with.
while you're doing it.
Let's start with Johnny Depp finds out Artie Lang is back on the scene, so he calls him on this Jersey radio station as Turk and Rumson, and I think it goes a little something like this.
You could read the Monroe with. Hey, we got Turk in Rumson on New Jersey 101.5. Want to say something to Artie? What's happening, Turk?
Artie, I love you, man. I love you on Crashing. I mean, I think you're blowing it away on that. You're the Matt Noakes of HBO too. You really can.
Look at that reference. There you go. Matt Noakes. Yeah. Matt Noakes is an old Yankee.
I heard you drop Ramil.
I thought that's who that was. Yeah, Ramil. Yeah, he's a pitcher, right? This guy's making old bets I lost references.
No, you know what? I've had a bucket list. I would love to hear you on the Radio Gunk podcast, so please consider it, man. I listen to it all the time. Nobody praises you more than them.
Oh,
so I got to segue into this. I want to compliment you and Bob because I don't think I've ever heard of a more menschy move, and I know you're going to heaven because I want to hear the entire front to back of you doing the benefit for Scott, the engineer, his wife.
Right. Well,
in
Bob's
Jersey.
mic's not on, so I'll talk. I put his mic on. No, you listen. Again, when I left Howard, a lot of crazy stuff happened where the whole TV crew that was there forever got fired, and apparently Scott, the engineer, got in bad way with Howard somehow, and Scott's wife got sick, and it wasn't the attention wasn't paid enough to her. She was a sweet woman, and Bobby and I did a benefit, and whenever we do a benefit, 2 weeks later, Bob is driving a Corvette. I don't know what that means.
But it's not mine.
Is he still DJing? We do benefits because Levy needs a couch.
I do need a couch now.
So everybody knows the backstory behind this, right? Scott, the engineer's wife, Robin, and Scott did a GoFundMe. His wife had cancer. She was still slated to live at that point. Howard ignored it. They fired him from the show. Artie's still on the scene, or he's trying to make one of his 10 comebacks. And somehow I find out he's on this show. I don't know how I did. It was one of those random things you see on Twitter and you capitalize on it. So I decided, and we've always wanted to book him on Radio Gunk, and this is how we did it. And then his handler came on the Radio Gunk forum and was fielding questions. Remember that, Sarah? His handler came on. His Sean Bett came on.
I
Was
forget his
fielding
name,
questions. I forget his name too.
No, listen, and she passed away, and Scott is, he's not the same guy, and the whole show's different. But Scott deserved more respect.
But Artie, this treads the line of inhumanity. I mean, this guy worked for him as long as anybody. To not even just one mention on the air.
Yeah, to me
change the
that
whole
doesn't
course
make
of the
sense.
game.
Yeah.
To not do that, it's inhumane. You can't. No one. I don't care who it is, can defend this. The lemmings of lemmings can't possibly defend this, but you stepped up in a way. I mean, you never got credit for it. I mean, it kind of was a blip. I mean, I think Adam Levy from DailyMail.com and Radio Gunk had a 50-page thread on it.
You see, this is what Artie does.
It kind of went away.
Right? Artie helps people. I mean, you know, how many fundraisers have you done for people? Terry, thanks for the call. I mean, right, remember we talked about Union High School, right? And you raise money for the firefighter, and, you know, and then you should be in the Hall of Fame for that, the Wall of Fame.
Doing stand-up is.
Before I forget, Lauren Marie and Sunflower Dragon. Sarah, your favorite song? Did you know George Michael covered "Turn Down the Lights"?
Yeah, he had
Turn
a album
down
of
the
covers, I think.
bed, turn down these voices
You
inside
are.
my head. I can't make you love me if you
Why are you doing this to me?
don't. You can't tell everyone that story, Sarah.
Oh my God. Okay,
Your
first
your
breakup.
Bonnie Raitt. Can I tell my
so
favorite Bonnie Raitt
horrible.
story real briefly?
Oh, okay. Junior high, I fell madly in love. Heart-wrenching love. When he ignored me, I wept. Basically that kind of love. He dumped me because I wasn't cool enough, quote unquote, like 2
Wait.
years later.
I got to push back on that. You had a locker with Johnny Depp pictures in it, right?
Probably.
Depp, Luke Perry, who else?
Oh my God, it's probably Depp and Luke Perry.
Thank you, Gina Bobina. And was that it? Just the two of
Yeah,
them?
absolutely. Probably. That was mainly through junior high.
Yeah, that's a sad death. You know, Luke Perry was a really, I didn't think he actually was pretty good on Oz. He played a preacher, and he just seemed like a really good guy. Like every time I saw him, he does tons of charity. He's a very smart guy. Every time I saw an interview with him, like, oh wow, he's kind of got a pretty decent head on his shoulder. That was a weird death. And what was it from, Sarah? Was it
He
just
had
like
a stroke, a
just a
massive
stroke?
stroke.
And she's like a chain smoker, and how do you
I
have
don't
a
know. Was
stroke?
he a chain smoker?
Yeah.
I don't know, but he had a
Yes.
horrific, obviously, high blood pressure. I know a little bit about that. That my ex had a stroke because, you know, the blood pressure was insane and
Was he a
didn't
smoker?
do anything to correct it. Yes, he is a smoker.
Is that anybody? Is that synonymous? Is
It
just
doesn't
chain
help.
smoking and strokes? No, but
Doesn't help.
does it seem like that? Is that the correlation? Chain
Um,
smoking and strokes?
Smoking keeps your blood pressure higher so than it normally would. And then if you naturally have high blood pressure, genetically, you know, it's not good.
Yeah. That's his death sucked. That was one of those ones where, wow, damn. I think he's like a great dad. I think he's a fan, like with 3 kids or something like that. And he's like, was he 50?
He had
God,
2
how old was he?
kids.
52
Yeah, he was barely maybe
or something? 50
late
was.
50s.
Yeah, I think it was. I think when he passed, it was like early 50s,
Mhm.
something like that.
Let me finish that story. It's so
Go ahead.
uneventful
I'm
now.
sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. But anyway, that song, that the summer after, it was just that song. So it takes me back to that. I'm completely over it. But you know, you flash back. Like, oh, the misery. I can laugh about it now.
And that song comes about because why? It's just like it was
Because
playing,
when
or
you're going
you.
through that at that age, every song you hear, you minutely pick apart every syllable of every lyric, and you find ways to match that to your situation. And that song just wrapped up that situation. So I will every time I hear that song, I'm like, oh God, I'm
Thank
15
you,
again.
chat, Gina and Sunflower and Debbie. Goes, I love how Arm's doing a depth voice, but his arm brain is a million miles ahead of the voice. Yeah, it's tough. You know, uh, you're trying to get a lot of out, and you
You have
can't do
to.
his 15-second pauses because you're never gonna. So it's got to be sped up. Well, I mean, that's how he used to sound. You know, I mean, when I play clips of him in the early '90s, he speaks way faster. I mean, you
Mhm.
heard him on the tapes, you heard him on the Amber audio. His voice changes all the time.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I don't know how affected it is, or he speeds it up and slows it down. I think he's way more calculated than we know, than we're ever gonna. It's not, he was analyzed by some of the people, like saying that there was some kind of, drug induced thing. I don't. I think he's way more calculated than
Mhm.
anyone cares to admit.
Yeah.
That song is tough too. I mean, that song is about a breakup, which is perfect for what you're going through, where they're just kind of jaded and over it, and the woman kind of knows it's over, but nobody says anything. You could just tell by looking at the guy, the way that the play-by-play of that song goes, and it's
Yeah, I didn't
um
know. He told me.
yeah, yeah. As a teenager, you're just learning, every breakup is brutal, especially
Mhm.
if you're the one on the receiving end of it. You haven't developed that rhino skin yet.
Yep.
Let's finish
Sort
this
of an
up.
overrated thing to do for Jack because I'd probably do it anyway. It's just you go on stage and it's an overrated art stand up. I think it's not
I
like
agree.
being in Cirque du Soleil. You learn a stupid act and you say it. But why not help somebody out if they need it? Then
Not everybody thinks like that, though.
Right.
And that's to your credit.
Sunflower, Fudgesicle writes, can't think of when Wham without thinking of David Spade asking Sean Penn. Fudgesicle, is that from Saturday Night Live where Spade they didn't know what to do with him and he was deployed doing interviews and he got Sean Penn, I think it was like Spade in America, and he was asking, and he asked him about where were you when Wham broke up, and Sean Penn broke Mr. Cool character and crack. I vividly remember that. That's a great callback. Depp and Sean Penn opened a restaurant together called Man Ray in New York. I think it was in Chelsea. I think Malkovich might have been the third one. Melvin, I have a question, Armin. You started to find out that both of you like Depp to this level. I think it's an odd topic. It's not an odd question.
It was either on Stern Fan Network or
It
Radio
was
Dawn.
definitely originally on Stern Fan Network. You were posting about him on Jump Street
Oh yeah,
and
that's
told a
right.
story about you running around with a 22 holster on your
Oh
ankle
yeah.
or something. How does
Oh
that
my
go?
God. How did
That's
you
your
remember
original.
that? That's weird.
I know. That's what.
Those old cassette tape cases, not the regular one you're used to, but there was a black plastic piece that flipped out. I think they're like more from the 70s. But I would open that up and it kind of took on the shape of a gun. I was like 10. So I would run around the room pretending I was Depp's girlfriend, but I was a cop. Whatever. But yeah, I was 10. That's my excuse.
Well, if they were to I mean, they needed a white chick. Eventually, if they expanded the cast on that show, they would have probably brought in. Aoki was supposed to be Hispanic instead, and then he beat out somebody Hispanic, and they were trying to do like a Super Friends and make it like really multi, like when they brought in like Apache Chief and Black Vulcan and Samurai to make it, and they were doing that, so they had, and that was a black. I mean, half the cast is black, or 40%. That was unprecedented at the time. That's another way that show broke ground. So you had Stephen Williams and Holly Robinson as the 40% of the cast. The main cast is black, which
Yeah.
is completely. I mean, it broke so. Not only is it the first show shot in Canada in Vancouver, but there's even that. So I was wondering if the Crazy Robins of the world considered it a black show
Mhm.
because it's 40% a black cast. I mean, Luke
I'm
Perry had the
laughing at
common
your
sense
dad,
to not
sorry.
play himself in private parts, and Stamos had to return the favor. Yeah, I wonder. Did Perry was on Howard a lot
Oh,
in those days? Did he explain why he didn't feel like playing himself
I don't
in
remember.
in private parts because he did the MTV thing originally? I have
He
that
probably
too,
didn't
by
want
the
to
way.
be raped again on stage.
Luke, touch my ass.
Ugh.
Luke Perry shared a birthday with Cindy Lou Who. Welcome. That's a great grand entrance. Did I say hi to Mackie too? Luke Perry apparently ate tons of junk food. Makes two of us. I do not. I've never. Great anecdote about Sean Penn and David Spade, which is Brendan. Oh, okay. Brendan signs off on Fudgesicle's story too. Is there a different anecdote about Sean Penn? Is there something else besides what we saw on screen, Brendan? Cigarettes have thousands of toxins, says Crazy Robin. Any one of them can kill you and repeated abuse.
Mhm.
It restricts blood flow and can cause emphysema, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we're lucky to have Depp with us because he's
There's
evidently
a
been chain
detail
smoking.
about when Luke Perry, I don't think he was quite dead, but they had to. I'll be very vague here. They had to cut his scalp
Oy,
And
ugh.
then that's all I'm gonna say. But it wasn't good what they found.
Yeah, some fudgesicles relating to your Bonnie Raitt story,
Yeah.
associating songs with.
Hooper called me cringe. It's all right. I was 10.
Why are you? Yeah, who's cringing at you at 10?
No, he's just
That's not
teasing.
nice.
I admit it's cringe. I think about it now. I'm like,
First
oh
girl,
god.
first girl that broke up with Brendan kicked him through a barber shop with Brutus Beefcake was working
Massapequa.
with now in Sayville,
Oh
Main
yeah.
Street, probably. Love that karaoke. Used to shred. Can you shred Bonnie Raitt? Says some track. Can you? Bonnie Raitt's actually a good guitarist, isn't she? Man Ray was
Yeah.
crazy.
She's
Man
a
Ray
good
was a
slide
crazy.
guitarist.
How do you know the slide guitar?
I know music.
Look at you. That's supposed to be what Depp specializes in. I don't even understand what that. It's some kind of. It's like a Johnny Cash. Man Ray was a crazy artist in L.A. He's been linked to the Black Dahlia murder. That was supposed to be a movie.
Dahlia.
That
I love
Dahlia says
every chance I get to correct
Dahlia.
you because you're so smart.
Yeah,
I will
please.
take.
I never heard that said. That was supposed to be Dahlia. Is how you say it?
Yeah, it's
That was
Dahlia.
supposed to be a movie that Depp never did.
Yeah, I
Was
think that
supposed to have a
movie
show.
was eventually done, but that movie they were talking about doing that movie for 30 years.
That's a great
Oh,
episode
Hooper,
we
if you
got to
didn't
do.
call me that, I'm sorry. Somebody did.
That's Kevin Kelly said I'd give both your kidneys. Ask him, how could Dustin Gwen beat out anybody in auditions, let alone a Latino? He was terrible. He's actually good in the Christmas episode. I know what Brendan's saying though. He's in a something on Showtime where it's like a
Oh.
Shogun. He's playing obviously he's a real deal martial artist. Different
Mhm.
one, yeah. Sean Penn about literally tattooing. Okay, I'm right. Perry later admitted to Stern that he feared the movie would not be good, and he turned
Well,
down
he
the
was
chance
right.
to blame himself. Yeah, well, he's honest about that. That's a weird pompous move. Like, why not do it? But then it went to Stamos, who'll just do anything,
I
and he'll
was
play
like,
himself in any.
I got to the theater, I gotta tell you, in 95 or 97, whatever year that movie came out. I got to the theater. I'm in Oregon. Nobody gives a shit about Stern in Oregon at the time. I went in line. I
When
got
was the first year he was syndicated there?
96
Oh, okay, that's
or
a little bit.
98. Oh, Jesus, 96 or 98. I don't know why
Okay.
that's a blur. Anyway, I went like 4 hours early. I was so excited. Nobody was there. Three people were in the theater. I watched the movie. I was so excited for this movie. At the end, I was like, "That's it.
Because
This
you
is
know
what
what?
I've been
Because
listening to about for a year."
he had 2 years to promote this thing
Oh,
for 5 hours a day, this infomercial. You felt like you knew every scene, so by the time it came out you did know every scene, and they had tons of MTV promotion. Every single clip you'd seen the movie. There was and you knew exactly. And it ended almost like the strange, like it ended before he got to K-Rock. So you're going,
yeah.
what?
I know,
And
and
there was
that's what I
no.
wanted you to see was the K-Rock stuff because that's how I came to know him. Was that tiny little K-Rock studio with the 9 Inch Nail sticker on the door?
Yeah.
That's what I
Well,
wanted to
how
see.
Jackie's story, right? About how
Oh
he's not a
yeah,
Buckwall client. They cut out all the scenes.
yeah. Jackie was my
That's
favorite at the
classic
time,
fucking. That's the real Howard at work behind the scenes.
of course.
That's the bullshit you never hear. That's the real guy.
And
That
Robin's
shit.
performance.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding?
They were way too impressed by Fred doing that mute shit. He's just trying to act
Oh
all
God, Fred was.
quirky. We're way too impressed with that.
That was that's like the star of the movie they were pushing.
No, I hated that.
I'm like,
I hated that.
he's not funny.
He thinks he's such a thespian. He's not funny at all.
Yeah.
Arm, yes. David Spade interviewed Sean Penn while he was getting a tattoo. Yes, yes, yes. Destroy the pretentious rock and roll vibe. That's exactly right. I would never watched one. I don't believe you, Crazy Robin. I never watched one episode of 21 Jump Street for no other reason. I just wasn't interested at the time. But yeah, two blacks, one show. Unprecedented, especially
If
as
you
lead.
just watch it for Stephen Williams, it's totally worth it. He's the best thing
He's
about that
great
show.
in that. I binged it in the last few years. He's like legitimately great. The scenes with him and Depp in Fuller's office are about as good as TV. They're really, really good acting. I'm telling you, when we have him on, I cannot wait to come. He's so good in that. He's that fucking intimidating. Depp called him coach on the show too. That was what he would refer to him as. And he is like that intimidating coach that gets the best out of his team where you just don't want to let the guy down. He was so good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he'll ever get enough credit. Oh, that was okay. So Fudsicle, you can cringe teenagers all day, but not at 10-year-olds.
I was going through a rough
But
time at
Fudsickle's got
home
your
at
back.
that time.
That's totally legit. I mean, that's
I needed to escape. Being Depp's girlfriend was my escape. But for us, going back to that other question about how we came upon Depp, to talk about him
Yeah,
together.
because I would quiz you on I'm like what? Because you
It-
brought up 21 that story. I'm like what? And then
Yeah,
you know
I didn't know as much as you, but it really kicked off though after that cabinet destruction video came out from TMZ.
yeah.
That thread was started about it, and we were both so disappointed in him because we didn't know better. We didn't know what she was pulling. So we were kind of like, okay, we need to get into his life and fix him up, et cetera, et cetera. And that's where it kind of kicked off.
Sarah, you seeing? I'm trying to share a screen right now. Did it work?
Yeah. Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
It's small
Okay.
because
Okay.
it's what.
Okay. Okay. So this is Sarah sent this to me.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is from Infinitum Nile, which is Depp's production company, and they made. So what's the story, Sarah? They made his production company.
No.
His
Remember,
people made a compilation.
no, what it is, remember he was getting that award about 6 months ago?
Yeah.
This is the introduction video that they made.
Okay.
That Infinitum Nihilo. I know I
Yeah.
said that on purpose wrong.
Infinitum Nile.
Yes,
Stuff for
that
everybody.
they posted today just as a tribute to him. They didn't make this video.
Okay, so I thought they made it for his birthday, but they didn't. This is I
They
remember
just
that
posted
award
it
he
for his
got. It was
birthday.
right. That's when Minamata came out.
Yes.
You remember they were okay, so they were trying to do they were trying to stave off all the Amber Heard shit, and they did this. And okay,
That is Balaam, the man you came here for. Ladies and gentlemen, my grandson, Crab Baby!
Well, I was born on the wrong side of the tracks. In the backseat of the stolen Cadillac. Shorty for a cigarette before I could walk.
You said you had some special qualifications.
And I was strumming this guitar before I could talk, cause I'm a king. Yeah, I'm a king. I'm a king. King Crab Baby with a
He's a highly imaginative character.
And is severely delusional and believes he's somebody else.
I know who I am. I'm the guy, the protagonist, the hero.
It's you! You're you again!
Well, if I'm not, I wish I was.
Yeah, you're the sweetest little sugar that I've ever
Good morning, starshine. The earth says hello.
Rainbow crown for you.
Are you stoned or something?
They tried stoning me, my dear.
look at this range. Look at this range.
I know.
It's crazy.
Baby blue.
That's such a Batman villain. Sweeney Todd's such a Batman villain.
All I know is I looked at you and I said, this guy is something else. You're special. You're blessed.
Georgie Animal Steel. Brendan.
Let's move on.
To success.
There we go. I like the way they changed the music tone here.
Yeah.
It gets a little. That's just the movie he directed. The Brave. That's from yeah. They got the titles of the movie in the top left. If you didn't know.
It's because they're all
It's
about
small.
where people come from. The only thing that's
Looks
important
good
where
there.
somebody's going.
He's great in this.
How are you going?
Crazy Robin knows a lot about pop culture. Okay, I'm gonna pause this for a second.
Okay.
Okay, that song is the end. If anybody, the ending credits of Blow, and it's a woman. It's a great song. It's Nika Costa,
All
who's
right.
apparently Frank Sinatra's not granddaughter or niece or
I'll look it up.
goddaughter,
I should know
something like
this.
that. And it's a really good. It's at the ending credits of Blow, and I don't know if anybody caught that. And the people who made this, and they're doing a nice. This is a really nice job they did on this. They use great clips, and they got it's top left. They show the movie and the year it came out, and the director. But that's Nika Costa. It's called Push and Pull, and I thought it was a really good song. It was when it came out at a time when music started to die, Napster and Kazaa and all started to, so it really should have been bigger than it was. It would have been bigger for 10 years earlier.
Never speaks his heart. No, 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 no.
Yes, Hooper, they did. We had phones too.
I need more Donnie Brasco.
There he goes.
That's my big
One of God's
criticism.
own prototypes.
Yeah.
Not enough
High-powered
Brasco.
mutant of some kind, never even
I love
considered
they
for
put
mass
so much
production.
Ed Wood in. Oh God. Oh, yum.
And that's the face you choose.
His face. His face.
I love that. I love that. Oh, that makes me laugh every time.
And that's the face you choose.
His face. His face.
He loves those sunglasses. Shit, evil eyes, Crazy Robin. I owe you that. I owe you that.
I love that illustration.
Thank you, Sarah, for finding that, because I don't think I would have spotted that on my own had I not.
Yeah, it was basically, I think it said, this is in honor of our our founder, on this great day for him, blah, blah, blah. Pretty much Christy Dombrowski posted that.
Did she really?
Probably.
Brian Janu writes, Bonnie Raitt walked. We talked about you before, Brian. Thank you again for your generous contribution. Bonnie Raitt walked into a party once and said, "I don't want to see a face I haven't sat on." Such a dick. I'm sure she did. She's talking to Bruce Hornsby.
Oh Lord.
Fred is silent, Bob. That's exactly what he was doing, David. Good call.
Oh.
I think I've been holding back. Great call. I don't know what I said, A. Smith, but thank you, sir.
Probably the phone call.
Oh, okay. Maybe it seemed to be for get him, Scott. Surgically dismembered and drained completely. She was placed there, not killed. Crazy Robin is very smart broad.
Yeah, she was
She
placed
knows
there.
a lot about pop culture. Everything you said. She knows Black Dahlia, for Christ's sake.
Well, she was like laying in a yard, of somebody's front yard. Can you imagine you wake up and there's
Yeah.
a drained body in your front yard?
Gina Bobine has a crush on Ernest. So there's that. Ernest Goes to Montreal. Sacrilege. Hated Jump Street theme song because I hated Kim Wilde. Kim Wilde.
That's the
Holly
best
Robinson
theme
sings
song
it.
ever.
Fudgesicle. Holly Robinson sings that. And then Depp and DeLuise are in the background going, "Jump!" That's true. She thinks Kim Wilde sang
I
it.
still,
That's
when that
interesting.
organ plays at the beginning, I still get
Yeah,
chills.
me too. Me too. There's nothing more depressing than the ending theme song. They're flipping through the yearbook, and you got the Sunday Night Blues, and you got a
just don't
full
like
week of
it
school.
because of her nails.
I hate, yeah. Well, no, I mean, forget that aside. It's just that depression hits, the
Yeah.
Sunday Night Blues of the next week of school. A. Smith goes, Luke Perry is
I
dead.
see
Did you
it,
not
but
know
it's
that, A.
small.
Smith? Do you not know that?
Yeah, he had a massive stroke.
Yeah, I don't know if he's kidding, but yeah, he passed away. Everyone knows Black Dahlia but me. Isn't that like a terrorist organization? What's Black
Maybe.
Cube?
Black Cube is from the Ronan Farrow book. They are the ones
Oh,
that
right.
tried to take down the Harvey Weinstein.
And what's their deal?
Victims.
What's their?
It's kind of scary. They find ways to track you. Oh God, I'd have to listen to it again on the details, but it's a very creepy thing that
So
even
they're saying
exists.
They say in the chat they think that's not a bad call by you guys in the Dorian Morgan and Fudgesicle. She does sound like Kim Wilde singing
Yeah,
that.
she does.
Holly Robinson. That's a good call by you. As I think about it. Wonka. They're going through. They're
You're
talking about
such a
Sweeney Todd.
baby, Johnny. Grow up. Grow the fuck up, Johnny.
Public Enemies was Johnny. I know that's a Scarlett Johansson knockoff.
The more,
Inflection.
yeah,
Johnny.
the more I listen to that audio, you pick up on oh god, her speech impediment, and I love it because I hate her so much.
She had a one-time wonderful voice during the Fuzzy. Also, Kids in America, New York. Yeah, it's all high school music, right? Kim Wilde, Nika Costa, Push and Pull. Thank you, Melvin. I'm sorry, I'm behind. So she's Frank Sinatra's what? Niece or goddaughter or adopted something? There was some. I remember when Ted Demme found her. It was all about oh my God, she's Frank Sinatra's da da da, and they just couldn't shut up about it. Mandolin Rain, is that a Bruce Hornsby reference? Sunflower Drive. Listen to the mandolin rain. Listen to the music on the lake. Got here late. Brian Jano, welcome, sir. Okay, next video I'm going to play is let's see. This is I'm just gonna bust Melvin's balls.
Claiming that Hood was unable to actually abuse Depp due to his physical and financial strength compared to her.
Sorry, Melvin. So Sarah, this was Depp's. I think you missed this. This is Depp's
Is that it, Gina? Is that a
TikTok.
cello you're talking about?
To all my most treasured, loyal, and unwavering supporters, we've been everywhere together. We've seen everything together. We have walked the same road together. We did the right thing together, all because you cared. And now we will all move forward together. You are, as always, my employers. And once again, I'm whittled down to no way to say thank you, other than just by saying thank you. So thank you, my love and respect, JD.
He's quite poetic.
Lord Byron. Dude, he sounds like Lord Byron, man.
No, that's all right. I would frame everything he wrote to me.
Fudgesicle still thinks she can't believe that's not Kim Wilde. That's crazy.
No,
She
unfortunately,
really-
it was Holly Robinson.
That's one of those things like you convince yourself that it's someone else for years and years and nobody corrects you. I do that all the time. We all have that thing where we think it's, and somebody goes, no, it's not fucking, and they go, holy shit. Black Cube is a corporate intelligence aid company based in London, Tel Aviv, and Madrid. The company was founded in 2010 by former Israeli intelligence officers. Super spooky. What's their main goal, Sarah? Like, what did it, according to Ronan Farrow?
Oh God. Well, what they were doing to him, they would send him random, like, you know how you get spam text messages? They would send him these fake spam text messages because when you open them, they can track you.
Right.
So that's creepy. They were just basically they're spying on everybody. They also sent in a fake Weinstein victim to him, and she wanted to infiltrate Ronan Farrow's article basically just to see what he had, so she could return it to Black Cube and they could inform Weinstein's people.
How do you even start a company? Like, whose idea is that? You know what I mean? Like all these, this Ralph Cramden get rich quick schemes and people starting. How do you even think of it? What is that? You know what I mean? Like everybody's coming up with like.
It's probably labeled as some form of private detective.
That's yeah,
and then it goes from there.
What a bizarre thing to spy. Like when you're in career day and like high school, like I'm gonna start Black Cube. And you tell the guidance counselor, I'm gonna be the head of Black Cube someday. The fuck is that? Could you imagine like just having that thought? It's such a don't tell me what it's like to be punched.
Well, every time I get a spam text message, I think of Ronan Farrow. I don't even open it. I just delete it.
I'm so disappointed in his mom and
I
her
think
fucking
so.
weird.
That
She's so uneducated on the trial, and she
yeah.
just took the fucking typical fucking feminazi stance without
Mhm.
even thinking straight. I thought she's smarter than that. I lost all respect for her. Not all respect, but a great deal of respect.
The problem is too, it makes you question her with that stance. For me
Yes,
anyway.
utterly and completely. Melvin, thank you, sir. Nika Costa is the daughter of music producer and arranger
Yep,
Don
I saw that.
Costa and the goddaughter of Frank Sinatra. Thank
Mhm.
you, Melvin. I don't know. I bet you she does a lot of soundtracks and stuff, but that's all I know her from is that. And I just remember that Ted Demme was obsessed with that nugget, like it was going to sell the movie. Like all Frank Sinatra's fans were going to see blow because his goddaughter was in the soundtrack.
I know.
Thank you, Cindy Lou Who. At age 9, Costa sang with Frank Sinatra in an appearance on the lawn of the White House. Depp was introduced to Frank Sinatra in a. Do I have that here? Huh. I don't know if I loaded this one up. I know I downloaded it. I don't know if I thought it was necessary for us to watch.
Okay.
It's Depp on Leno. Okay, I have it right here. Jesus Christ, how do I do this?
Oh my god. Emails I'm gonna
This is 1995, everyone. He's promoting Nick of Time.
get. Okay.
Good to see you again.
Hey, you too.
Hey,
I think. Okay.
We have to pause this and talk.
This
once
is
in a
the
while.
second time he's done the Tonight Show, I think 3 or 4 times. He did it to promote Don Juan DeMarco, I think the year before, and I guess Leno made him comfortable enough to come back.
you're telling me you went to
Well, Sarah, this is on YouTube.
It doesn't
So,
matter.
All right,
went to
well,
that Sinatra thing last. I got invited to that. and I couldn't go. We were in Las Vegas. Was it fun?
Oh yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
it was
did
really
you
great.
meet a lot of the.
I met Don Rickles.
No, How was Rickles? Was he all right?
It was very exciting, you know.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
a good guy.
Was it fun meeting him?
Yeah.
Now, was he giving you a hard time?
I was waiting for him to insult me, but
Was he familiar with
was-
your work?
He should have insulted your
Apparently,
wife
yeah.
the
Well,
next
that's
time you
good.
saw him.
well, now, Sarah, you know, and I think that calls for a future episode. The Don Rickles tribute, which he was a major part of, he was on the dais. They had developed another one of these weird father-son dynamics. Just like everybody tries to like ingratiate themselves to Rickles, whether it's Stamos or Kimmel or you know what I mean. These guys in that generation born, they just they need him as their crazy uncle. And I thought nothing of this until years later. I realized Depp developed some weird friendship with Don Rickles.
Pretty good. Well, Rickles knows who you are.
it was really nice, you know. I liked it.
That's pretty broad based. When you got Rickles in there, you know that's good. This was the Sinatra's, of course, 80th anniversary. Did you meet
His 80th
Sinatra? Did you meet
birthday.
Mr. Sinatra?
No, I just watched. Just
Kind
looked
of
at him.
stand back
Yeah.
and get the whole thing. Yeah.
Stood very far away.
You can play a young Sinatra. I think you can pull it off.
I've watched him.
How this is how talk shows work. Okay, not that Depp's not a quick guy and he's funny on his own. He can be very witty, but you know this was rehearsed banter. Watch how quick Depp says this line. There's no way this was
Play a young Sinatra. I think you can pull that off.
Older.
You know, when he was, in the early years.
Old black eyes.
Yeah, well, be a little tricky. Now, what have you been up to? You've been working, what, overseas?
All right, so they develop a friendship somehow from this, and I had to say, Depp can be quite the mimic, and he does the only Don Rickles impression I've ever seen someone really do. I swear to God, I love studying impressions, and I have a pretty decent knowledge of who does what, and he does a Don Rickles, and I think it's really good. It's subtle. I mean, it's short but good, and I'm going to play it right here when I find it. Give me 1 sec. Okay, here we go. It's on Jimmy Kimmel.
So I ran backstage to go see Don before he was coming out. I run back real quick, and he's sitting in a chair, and I said, "Hey Don, I just want to let you know, I'm here and wish you luck and everything." He goes, "John, you're here, and you're not late."
That's a pretty good Don Rickles, by the way.
Thanks.
That's not bad, right, Sarah?
No, it's pretty good.
That is not bad.
And that's a deep comment from Don Rickles too, because Depp has that ADHD where he is late for everything.
That's a great point because that points to the trial where they were saying he's late for everything.
Yeah,
And
that was why
this
he
is
was the
a
monster,
prelude
because
to
he
that's right. That's right.
abandoned her. Anyway.
So I ran backstage to go see Don before he was coming out. I run back real quick, and he's sitting in a chair, and I said, hey, Don, I just want to let you know, I'm here and wish you luck and everything. He goes, John, you're here, and you're not late.
That's the irony too of someone like Depp who's pretty super shy and anxiety ridden, that he does the only impression that I know of the least anxiety ridden, most outgoing entertainer in the history of Hollywood.
Mhm.
Again, that's getting he walks around observing stuff, taking it in more than you think he does. I really Scott Bailow writes 1995. God, I was graduating high school. Good Lord, yeah, it puts it in perspective, right, Sarah? When you harken back to these things, you're like, holy
I
shit,
know, it's
that's where I
depressing.
was when that came out, and
Mhm.
he was promoting Nick of Time during that. The whoa, Johnny crap. That's exactly right. And he
That's what I
wasn't like
do.
super, Depp had a weird popularity at that time. He hadn't had a hit. He had just modest stuff come out.
Mhm.
Benny and June and Gilbert Grape and Scissorhands. And so his first 9-figure hit was Sleepy Hollow in 99. And that's 4 years away from that. But he was always more popular than his box office was. You know what I mean? Like it seemed like he just the guys in his weight class were waiting for him to finally take these roles, whether it was Keanu Reeves or Cruz or Nicolas Cage or Cusack or Brad Pitt, or because
Yeah.
it was the stories, all the stuff he turned down. Interview with a Vampire and Dracula and Speed and Thelma and Louise and all this. There's like the same 12 movies we hear about.
Mhm.
What are you gonna say, Sarah?
No, I was looking at Twitter, and you know that Adam Goldstein who does the Stuttering John
No, I don't.
videos?
I see he keeps in
He's now
induce.
following us, so be kind.
Well, what is he? Well, he keeps. Who is this? He just keeps retweeting, and I don't know.
He
He
does
thinks
the
he's
John
David. He thinks he's David, and he's not. Is the way I read the
he
situation.
does John videos.
Okay, he's obsessed with John too. Wow,
Yeah.
damn
He's following us. Hi, Adam.
it. Hopefully, he comes into
Really
the
nice.
Deppening. Maybe we can make a new friend.
Of course, we have a new friend in Adam Goldstein.
I think he thinks he's as precocious as David is. We'll see about that.
Nobody is.
Is Fudgesicle right? His Depp's very nervous on the Tonight Show. Oh, that's adorable. He's sweet. Yeah, Fudgesicle. He was very talk show phobic back then. He had only done he did Arsenio, and he had to always show up with the director to hold his hand. So he would go on Arsenio with Burton, and he'd see him show up with stuff. So up until that point, I think he did like Regis and Kathy Lee once, but so I think he did Rosie O'Donnell. But it was that weird time in the '90s where he would, and it wasn't. I mean, this way when's the last time you saw Jack Nicholson on a talk show? These
I haven't
people
seen
would do
Jack
way
Nicholson
less.
around in 5 years at least.
How often do you see Brad Pitt on a talk show?
Yeah, he doesn't need to. So
I don't remember the last time
I don't
but
either.
that will do. He's done Kimmel a bunch of times. He's not that phobic. He's not. It's not that he's still not nervous, but he'll do them. Hate being Don Rickles posthumously insulted. I know, Crazy Robin. Amber Heard is at the tribute, which is crazy. She
Mhm.
deserved to be there
With her
like
broken
Elvis
nose.
deserved his black belt. But
She had a broken nose, remember?
that's 2000. They played a clip of that, didn't they, during the trial?
Yeah, they showed a picture because the night before she said that he beat her so badly she felt like her nose was broken.
God damn it. Leno was my favorite. have you seen this? You seen this? You hear about that?
I like Leno.
Apparently, anybody who's paying the salary of his staff while there's a writer's strike
Yeah.
is
I never
great with
felt
me.
I never fell for the Stern campaign to hate Leno. I was like, no, I
Well,
like
that was
Leno. I
playing
laugh.
yesterday. I was in the middle of Monique's ADHD kicked in, and she wouldn't sit. In 3 seconds, she's like, I can't, I can't. Bill Maher was drilling Kimmel on his hatred of Leno. He's like, I don't buy it. He's like, I don't think it's real. I don't. What are you talking
Yeah.
about? Why? Why do you hate him? And Kimmel couldn't. And Kimmel's getting all meek, and he couldn't answer him. And Maher really just pinned him down. It was great. It was great. He was basically saying that you're white knighting for Howard and Letterman is the only
hmm
reason you hate him. You don't even know why. He wasn't even competition for you. He was nothing but nice to you.
I would listen. I would stay up late enough to watch the monologue that Leno did. I laughed. There was
I'm
at
not
least one laugh a
saying
night.
I'm not like his comedy's not changing my life, but he's like a
No, of
nice
course not.
guy,
But if you
and
have to choose between him and Letterman for me, I'm
they
going with
all do the
Leno.
same monologues. Those shows are so ineffective. I never once. It's not where you're getting your real comedy from. It's just all milk toast and not allowed to be edgy. It's all about who is the better guest. The reason
Letterman
Tonight
tried
Show
too hard.
is because Seinfeld and ER and Friends were so huge in NBC in the '90s, and that was the lead. And people just left their fucking Nielsen box on. It wasn't like
Mm,
they were earning anything. And
yeah.
Letterman's a total enigma because he was getting like less than 1 million viewers, and CBS is paying him 40. Actually, no, what happened with him and why he didn't get fired. His Worldwide Pants owned his show, so that's
hmm
how he didn't get fired. That sex scam, that weird intern PA predatory thing he was like crazy shit. That's how
hmm
he survived that. His show was owned by Worldwide Pants.
He got out just in time, though.
He gets such a pass, that guy, in every way. He's too worshipped, I think. Let him he broke some
I
ground and
agree.
stuff, but he's way too worshipped. It's kind of weird. I bet JD apologized for being late. Probably kept the crew from hate. Yeah, Fudge, like that's exactly right. Could you picture Depp being late and he's like furiously apologizing to the individually to the crew?
Well,
You can totally picture that.
if he treated them like he treated the security at the courthouse, because he would stop and shake everybody's
Yeah,
hand
that's
on his
exactly what
way out.
happened. That's exactly how he gets away with that. And I guess,
Thank you, Brian, again.
his
It just
charisma
popped up. You'll see it.
swooned. The phenomena is always like I'm leaving super early and I'm usually right on time. Okay, what am I getting rid of here? Let me say. Um, no, no, no. I need to. Okay, my next video is going to be. This is Depp This is last week. The fangirls in the UK sing "Happy Birthday" to him.
Oh yeah, might be loud.
Does
Look how mobbed he is.
that look like a canceled person to you?
See, these two gentlemen testified.
Can I tell you my favorite Adam Goldstein story real briefly?
No.
So I guess I guess this is an ally that I'm not aware of, but maybe he's a good guy. Let's see what happens.
I
I
like
want to
his
give him the
videos.
benefit of the. I don't really know him. I will assume he's an ally. I don't know
Until he
why.
says he doesn't like me, I like him.
Okay.
We have Sean
That's a
Bett, by
good.
the way, and then
And
Malcolm Connolly.
And
Malcolm Connolly was the Scottish bloke that testified via Skype or whatever.
Hooper, that's proper time management. I can't be late. I have to be early. Otherwise, I won't get
Oh, me
all
too.
worked up if I'm cutting it close. I totally agree, Hooper. I do the same shit.
I totally
You kind
freak.
of you look. I do the same shit. I saw Brad Pitt on Growing Pains season 3 last night. Bill, that's good. He's on, as you know, an episode of 21 Jump Street in season 2,
Mm-hmm.
on the suicide episode, which is very, very it's so ahead of its time. And there's a gruesome it's on my Instagram. I'm gonna show it to you. I got legit choked up, and I it was I don't know. I found this somewhere, and I'm gonna share the screen
Okay.
somehow. Okay,
I
I
have to
want
see
you to
what
read
makes you
this. I want
cry.
you to read this, and I didn't cry, but I just got. It was like ugh. I did not cry. I admit. I would totally admit it if I cried. Let me just get rid of this. I'm trying to navigate this screen sharing shit. I'm still harried by it. It's got the
You're doing
weird
fine.
stress you feel when you're.
I know.
How do I? Come on, what am I doing here? Shit, stop! I gotta get rid of. Oh God, what am I doing here? Remove from studio. Stop screen. Okay, so now I go share screen and I go to Chrome tab and this. Okay. Anybody see this?
Now I can, yes. Yes, okay.
You see it?
Yes.
Can I expand it or okay? Do you read? I'm gonna get rid of Bayless now.
I don't know. If you go back to the original, you're looking at a picture, right?
Yes, it's a picture.
Um,
And I think I write something to the right of it.
I don't know.
You
I'd
don't know
have to
what?
look. I don't know if you can zoom in.
Oh no, okay, that's okay. Can you? I think we can all read this, right? Or
Probably not the stuff on the right, but we can
no,
see
read the
the
ad.
ad.
That's fine. The ad.
We can see the ad.
So read it.
Oh, me read it?
Yeah, just
Oh,
to
sorry.
test that
Okay.
you can see it.
Yeah, at 16, Walker Stevenson has already made his mark in the world. And then the tombstone underneath. Each year, 500,000 kids attempt suicide. 5,000 succeed. That's probably 100 times that now.
You see, that's where this show was ahead of its time. So it
Mhm.
took on suicide in a way, and the way they frame that, it's I mean that oh God, it's
Mhm.
that was a TV guide ad. So if you remember, they would do these things in TV guide where that would be because you could tell by the black and white, and that was I don't know what geez, I don't know whose Fox that is.
I don't
That's
know.
oh, it's brutal. Get
Yep.
that off. Okay, I'm going to. I read something here. Very morbidly depressing old TV guide from the infamous Brad Pitt guesting 21 Jump Street episode in its original form from season 2, episode 20, entitled "The Best Years of Your Life." And I can't see in the book. Got to admit, I was a bit melancholy gazing at this. I can't tell if it's the ad, the subject of suicide, or I can't see this next one. The time. Oh, okay, the time's gone by. Yeah,
Okay.
that's all at once. Definitely.
Mhm.
So stop screen, and I'm going to.
I like how you think this out loud.
What's the way to fill the time? You can't have the silence. You have to always fill the
You listen to me chug my drink here.
rapid, constant motion. Says David. All
Mhm.
right, the next one. How about Depp at Mickey Rourke's birthday? This is right after. So he gets arrested in New York. So this is the thing where he's So he's in New York, and this is the Mark Hotel thing with Kate Moss. He's promoting
Okay.
Ed Wood, and he stops and he goes to Mickey Rourke's birthday.
All right.
I hated being called that, Jeff.
And he invited only us inside his 42nd birthday bash to grab this raw video of Mickey hanging with Johnny.
I'm getting acting tips from Johnny now, so, because I forgot all my technique, and I'm getting some boxing tips here.
But while Johnny's career took off, Mickey's crashed and burned.
I should have did what.
Yeah, somehow it's all they got for that.
That's all right. Do you remember when Elon Musk challenged Depp to a cage match?
That's what I was
Read the-
going. You beat me
Oh,
to it. No,
all
go
right,
ahead, go finish it. No, I'm not gonna. Go ahead.
No, Depp kind of ignored. Well, Elon Musk was simping for Heard, of course, in 2016, and when all this stuff was coming out, and challenged Depp to a cage match. Mickey Rourke, being a friend of Depp, I'm paraphrasing, but he says, no, you want a cage match? I'll fight you. And I think Mickey Rourke would have killed him, even today.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, even an old boxer, they just have weird reflexes that you just can't. I mean, look at this. You get this stupid Tesla nerd versus what is he? 60s? Let me see if I can guess his age. 66. He absolutely could. He looks so bizarre, and
Yeah.
but he did a thing in Iron Man 2. He played Whiplash, kind of a cross between Whiplash and Crimson Dynamo.
For the
And yeah, this
ladies that are old like me, watch 9.5 Weeks. My God, Mickey Rourke. You
Kim
never thought
Basinger's
he
in
would.
that.
Yeah, you never thought he would turn into what he has physically. He was a 10 in 9.5 weeks.
He was actually like the inspiration for tons of actors from Depp's age group. They were all kind of thought he had this like cool factor, Pope of Greenwich Village and that shit.
Mhm.
There was a for about a few years he was like everybody's kind of, and I don't, is he a good actor though? No, he's kind of just like
He's okay.
kind of
I
has a
mean,
cool factor in a way.
yeah.
Okay, this is Depp's 46. Speaking of Amber Heard, I can't believe that's a great
Oh God,
segue.
is she in this?
This is this is why we're at with the trial. This is what caused everything. This is the making of the Rum Diary, and so they
Yeah.
surprised Depp on the set of the Rum Diary on his 46th birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, Fudge, like that's exactly how it should go. On a very special 21 Jump Street.
It probably did.
In order to stop Walker Stevenson from suicide, Hanson is going to have to become a rapist.
Oh my God. I just know she's in the room.
They're in Puerto Rico, by the way, Sarah.
Okay.
The Rum Diary was shot in Puerto Rico. Fudgesicle writes, Elon Musk has never been in a physical fight. I guarantee it. Fudgesicle, you're absolutely right. I totally. Um, does anybody disagree with Fudgesicle on this one?
Somebody must have knocked that hair out of his head when he was younger.
He's got the vibranium hair, the
Do you think
Tesla hair.
looking at him on the fire in front of him, do you think that's where she got the idea to put a cigarette out on his face after she cut his finger off?
You know, Sarah, nothing surprises me anymore is the stuff she steals from, the tropes she steals from in life. I don't. She's not in this video, but
Good.
this is his 46th birthday. This is how all the trouble started. This is Depp's obsession with impressing a posthumous Hunter S. Thompson by making the Rum Diary, which is a very mediocre book Thompson wrote that Depp published and turned
Yeah.
into a movie, and it shouldn't have been a movie. And this is you know the story. She charmed her way and memorized his biography and started quoting Allen Ginsberg poetry to a casting session without auditioning. And this is why we saw that this is really the cause of the whole fucking fiasco.
You know she's watching this, though. Probably jealous. The woman was talking to him.
Yeah, Crazy Robin's right. It was like that was considered porn at the time,
Yeah.
right? 9.5 weeks. Like it was just
Their
you
food
didn't.
scene was supposed to be hot. I never found it hot, but he
What's the
was
thing with Lisa Bonet,
so
Sarah?
handsome. What are you
Black
talking about?
something or other. Lisa Bonet was in a movie with Mickey Rourke, which is almost like
Yeah, like Vampire's Kiss or something.
fuck. No, it's something. Oh,
But that's Alyssa
someone's gonna
Milano.
get it. Someone's gonna get it.
I'll look it up real quick.
Embrace the Vampire. That's the
Yeah.
Melissa Milano movie. That was a
Okay.
Skinamax Spankathon, 2:30 in the morning.
You
on Friday.
how much callus did you form on your penis?
Her and Catherine Bell in Red Shoe Diaries.
Angel Heart.
Angel Heart. Thank you. Who got that? Somebody definitely got
I
that.
did.
Oh, you got it.
Oh,
without looking?
Joel got it too.
Okay.
And Sunflower. Yep. Oh
Frankie
God, they beat me.
Williams.
F you all.
Kevin Cowie. Eli is such a Teflon is such a cunt. I guess the rumor is now that he wants to go to Mars and hoard all the
I hope
Mars
he
gold,
does,
like
and
his
I
Martian
hope his
Manhunter.
helmet falls off when he's up there.
I hope John Jones from the Martian Manhunter eviscerates him. You can't have residents on without asking the Martian Manhunter. That's the director, Bruce Robinson.
Yeah.
So he's also responsible for bringing Amber Heard in. He doesn't
Real
get
quick.
enough credit for ruining his life.
While we're talking about really bad movies,
Okay.
go watch. If any lady out there used to find Jonathan Sheck hot,
Who?
I know.
Wait. Oh, is it like Scatchy? Is that how it's spelled?
No, it's Jonathan Sheck.
No. But is it like spelled like
Yeah,
SCHAE?
yeah, he was married to
Okay.
Christina
He's like
Applegate.
swarthy looking.
Yes, he's very handsome at the time. But go watch Poison Ivy 2. You will like it because
Alyssa
Alyssa
Milano's
Milano's
in that.
it. Yes.
Oh yeah, I know.
But Jonathan Sheck was the reason that movie is so good.
Okay.
And
isn't he in that Tom Hanks thing? I can't stand you doing that thing you do.
Yes, that's when he lost his looks for me.
Okay.
Go ahead. Doom Generation also, if you want to watch it, where I fell in love with him as a teenager. Doom Generation with Rose McGowan and Jonathan Sheck. Oh my God, he jerks off on his hand. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Well, you're bringing up the whole cast of Charmed here, Sarah. Rose McGowan.
I know. Sorry.
Little tie-in with what's his name? Ronan Farrow.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to the dip.
Rooster Sideburbs is here, and Gina Bobina called him Hi Roost. I love that. It's adorbs, an abbreviation. Roost. Don't tell Elon what it's like to be punched. Gina Bobina wants John Stamos's bongos. Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I'm gonna take it. By the way, Stamos lived in the Eastern Columbia building, right, Sarah, with Tom Sizemore? That was the only two celebrities. That's what I think it was Melvin that looked it up for us.
Oh, okay.
Figured it out that Stamos and Tom Sizemore both lived in that building.
Okay, all right. I was wondering how Tom Sizemore.
Yeah, sorry for the germaphobe sidebar, but I always cringe at blow out the candles tradition. Yet spray your DNA all over the place. Is that
gross.
because of COVID? Has that been? Are people now? I
You
haven't
look at
been
it differently now.
Is it? Has that been like eradicated from the culture? Blowing candles out.
I've always been grossed out by it, but it.
But
just
I mean,
makes,
especially the last 3 years.
yeah, like you go to a kid's birthday and you see the
Like you
spit
doing.
fly all over the cake. It's no, I'm done. I'm good, thanks. We'll just have ice cream.
Speaking of Lisa Bonet, let's try to. This is gonna give me a headache when I do this. So Depp has this weird tie-in to Jason Momoa because Momoa gets brought up. Have you ever seen someone say less and be brought up more than Jason Momoa during this whole fiasco? He has not said one thing, and all they do is make up quotes. There's entire podcast dedicated to like clickbait quotes that he never made. And so the thing is, so let's see here. Depp's ex, Vanessa Paradis, dated Lenny Kravitz in the mid-90s. Lenny Kravitz marries Lisa Bonet, and they have Zoe Kravitz, who plays Catwoman. They divorce. Lisa Bonet marries Jason Momoa, and Jason Momoa becomes Zoe Kravitz's stepfather.
Mm-hmm.
And so Aquaman is Catwoman's stepfather. And then somehow Depp ties in with this because obviously Vanessa Paradis. It's such a right. That small little fucking. That's the Kevin Bacon connection.
Okay. Makes sense.
Is that the Rum Diary convertible, Sarah?
Maybe. Looks like it.
F you all, Sarah. Melvin's quoting it. So the guy Depp's kind of touching and hugging. It's Bruce Robinson's the director of the Rum Diary. He apparently is very much to do with the casting of Amber Heard too. He needs to be held accountable a little more in his horrible
I
judgment.
fear during this party she's waiting back at his hotel room.
I think you're right. I think you're spot on about that. There's no way he's celebrating this alone. There's no way she'd never fucking succubus hand in this.
I want you to go ahead and finish this up because I gotta go let you have at it and carry this torch.
What?
So,
No. You gotta finish this.
I gotta go to bed.
No. You gotta finish this. It's
Oh my god.
you have to. You gotta. This is Depp's birthday. We're not gonna get this opportunity. Take it to 3 hours, Sarah, and we'll cut it. We'll stop.
Ugh, okay. I get up at 3 in the morning. Let's go.
I'm going to. That's by choice.
No, I work.
But you love saying that you got up earlier than people. You do love. Okay, let's do a prank call. So this is back to some prank calls. This is Johnny Depp prank calling Jackie Martling on the Ron Bennington show. Ron and Fez. This is when you go, oh my gullible joke man, you wrote.
Johnny in Florida, go ahead, buddy.
We love you over at Dog Shed, Jackie. I don't think you realize how worshipped you are over there. But I wanted to ask you a question. You know, I don't know if you realize this, but Howard's daughter Emily is inspired by your wife Nancy and came out with her own album. And she actually has a modest hit called Zoo Za Zoo. Howard won't bring it up, but she brings it up in interviews sort of separate from his show. And she says she's completely inspired by your wife Nancy. I mean, literally.
Hold on a second. Now, Ron Fez. Chris, you got to understand that whenever and I love you, my friend, and I appreciate what you're saying.
Well, no, all true, man.
Anytime there's a caller like this, even when the joke hunt, I always was standing there waiting for the shoe to drop. Right. You know, like, he believe me. Nancy. But if that's true, that I would love that to be true, because she maybe was at a formative age just when Nancy was doing her albums. Nancy's, you know,
exactly. That's what she tries to convey. But Howard will never give you credit on any level. I mean, that's why you call them marbles, right? So if there were, as I understand it, it was like if there's 20 marbles, Howard have to had 19 of them.
No, it was Big Orange Marble, because the first time they started harmonizing the sun.
Jackie's lying, Sarah. You know the story. That's exactly right. He's told it a million times. If there's Buchwald pot and anything Howard does, if there's a pile of money, he compares it to playing marbles. So if there's 20 marbles, Howard has to have 19 of them, and the one marble you split with the rest of the staff. He's told that a million times. He's backpedaling on it now. Lucy Bonet and Lenny Kravitz hooked up while she was still on the Cosby Show. I didn't know that, Crazy Robin. Bill was pissed.
Yeah.
She did Angel Heart.
That's when his name was Romeo Blue, and I'm not talking about Eric the Midget, but Lenny Kravitz's name, his performing name was Romeo Blue.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Was coming up, but that's a funny theory. Listen, my friend, my email is jokeland@AOL.com. I would love for you to email me so I could send you Nancy's most recent songs. She had a song on a McCartney tribute album. Wow. Where each artist did a McCartney song. She really is, I don't mean to pump her up, but she really is great. Never got a break, you know.
Jackie, she actually sounds like Nancy. I mean, there's a verse in the song that goes, "You always said you knew I was gifted, but you could never figure out just how much Zoo."
You're being serious, aren't you?
I'm being serious.
I break
character. I've never been more serious.
Oh God, I broke character there. I gotta hear that again.
Never been more serious.
I love that.
It's
You're being serious, aren't you?
I'm being serious. Sir, I've never been more serious.
I love that.
It's great. You know what? You got to drop by dogshed.com because there are about 8,000 people who worship you.
That was the old. So that was the bridge between Radio Gunk and Stern Fan Network, and it was a
From
mass
Artie
exodus.
Fan Network to Radio Gunk. That was the bridge.
I don't know what dog shed. You know what I thought he said, of course.
Dogshit.com.
I definitely will.
You have to do. I don't think you realize.
What is dogshed.com?
It is it's a website that sort of talks about Plughead and the Bolt Dolls. We talk about Ron and Fez. We talk about Opie and Anthony. All things radio related, and all the people who deserve the props, like you three, my friends. So it's sort of like there's some hate in there, there's some bashing, but you have to, you have to have your street cred in order to get worshipped, and Mr. Martling does. Currently, Stuttering John is a thread, and I think there's literally the things like 600 pages on it. He's on it. He's actually on the site.
All right, Johnny, thanks.
Thank you, my friend.
Gentlemen.
So a guy listening, I didn't even thinks it's Depp. So a caller calls in here, and
the band's playing Who to Thunk.
Here's Ian in Jersey. Go ahead, Ian.
Hey.
Here's Andy and Bob.
Brendan, this is Jesus. What'd you say this is, Sarah? 2014, 16, 15, 16, something like that? Yeah. 15, I want to say, maybe 16.
Austin, go ahead, Andy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Ronnie, listen to the playback after. I'm telling you, 100%. The guy that called in about dogshed.com praising Jackie and Nancy, that was Johnny Depp. I'm telling you. You got to play it back.
That was Johnny Depp who just called us. As somebody from Florida. All right.
Johnny Depp is the guy that calls up with phony phone calls?
No. He's actually acting like it was the real Johnny Depp, who's a big fan of yours.
Now I'm confused.
Now, see,
if I wasn't confused, but could I borrow some anxiety?
This is, this is weird. I know. Jackie. Oh God, was he supposed to have? Did he say recently he's coming out with a new show? He's always coming out with it.
I don't know.
He's constantly teasing this weird. I really like Jackie as a rock on tour when he tells stories. I think he doesn't get enough time. I really do. I think we did knock the Pollock jokes, but he's actually a really good storyteller.
Yeah, he is, absolutely.
I like listening to him when he gets on right. Does Jackie even know who Johnny Depp is?
There is, go to YouTube, everybody, if you miss Jackie. There is an 11-hour Best of Jackie video somewhere on YouTube. It's fantastic. I have it downloaded. I need to go back and listen to it maybe tomorrow.
Okay, I'm going to play something else. Hopefully it's something you... Let's see, what would Sarah like?
Is he naked?
How about, this, thank you for pointing me out because I didn't have this saved. And so this is Johnny Depp at 24 years old at a birthday party. So, God, let me see here. He just gets, I think he finished the first season of Jump Street and he goes home to Florida to celebrate his birthday and they get him a belly dancer. And so this is him at his sister's house in Florida. And somehow they excavated this is actual footage from like 1988 or 87 or something.
I think it was 86. His reaction is funny.
Now, if you notice, that's his sister. With I guess that's his niece. That's his niece. Yeah. So you saw his sister at the trial from the first day, and you can kind of tell it's the Pat Benatar in her a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm. The hair. All those finger bells.
The hat he's wearing. This is so retarded. This is so like beyond nerd, just like Trekkie, fucking savant. And this isn't some backward brag thing, but this is just.
Yes, it is.
So do you remember the Jason Priestley episode, the punk rock episode in Jump Street, where he goes undercover in a punk rock kind of group? That's the hat he's wearing throughout the thing.
Okay.
And I guess I don't know if it's his own, but if you go back and watch, there's a football scene in that where they play football like they just this is like a one pickup football scene, and it's the lead singer's not approving of it. His name is Lancer, and so that's the hat Depp's wearing.
Melvin says that's Camille's mom.
I bet you Depp can't get up.
You think so?
This isn't 4K, but it's got.
You cut out. I can't hear you. Keep talking. There you are. Okay.
Am I? Okay. Sorry.
Oh, those bells.
It's so he doesn't know what to do. I mean, it's very uncomfortable.
I
If
don't know
you're
how to
in front of
react
your
to that
family,
shit.
getting a belly dance, lap dance. What are
Yeah.
you supposed to do? You're
And there's
supposed
a
to
little
grope her.
kid to your
There's
right.
a little
It's
kid
like,
to your
ugh.
right. Such a weird.
It's like
That
I
is a
can't
dysfunctional family.
get excited in front of my niece. Sorry. I always thought Billy Manson was so unsexy
It sounds like Depp singing, doesn't it?
She's like the Yellow Pages belly dancer for the town. I haven't seen this part. He's like Elvis in Harem Scarum.
Kind of making a joke out of it. And she's switching places. He's so uncomfortable. He's going to switch places with her. Now you're getting corny, she says. Wow.
Honey, he's
Mocked
doing better
by
than
the
you.
belly dancer. He does that in crap. Ed Wood. Doesn't he do that same move in
Yes,
Ed
he
Wood?
does.
Isn't it? That's exactly right. Shit, forgot about that. Another prank call.
If you want to.
With a quick prank. Johnny Depp calls. Okay, you know what? Before we do, this from the same party. This is what he gets out of the pool, and I think this is from the same party.
Did I towel him off?
Yeah. Be in that pool. Playing a Jefferson Starship or airplane. Fair use. Public domain. Public domain.
Well, let me go sleep for a minute, then I'll go down to kick Ashley, and then I'll do you.
Uncle Johnny, did you hear that?
No.
Here's it again. You see, he said to his niece, "Watch that wide load, yo."
That's a young Amber Heard.
You know what the crazy thing is, Sarah? That would be Amber Heard's
I know.
age. That's insane that you said that. That's exactly how old she would be.
Mhm.
That's fucking creepy
She
when you
slaps
when you
him.
frame it like that. Oh, that's crazy. Oh my god, that's so Oh wow.
I want want to smack his little ass when he gets out of the pool.
You're such a deviant. Speaking of
I'll put-
sneaking of snapping asses, how about Depp's son Jack towel
just killed the-
snapping his father-in-law?
You just killed the mood. Oh God.
So Sarah, set this up. Marilyn Manson's filming this,
Yeah.
right? So this is at Penthouse 5.
We cover this too in the Eastern Columbia building video. This is Thanksgiving. This could not be used as evidence. I don't remember why, but she says that he had beat her during this, and this video proves otherwise. Raquel Pennington is there in the background. Heard has the stringy blonde hair. Depp is behind her. And in our front of us is David Heard, the dog killer and wife beater.
White people in the sun.
Mm.
Says sunflower. Oh, Arm. Nice observation, JD. So uncomfortably changes. That's exactly right. There's no doubt, Fudgesicle. That's exactly how I would be. I'd be like, get me out of this. Your family's watching you. I can't do that. I'm the worst. If I were to get like a bachelor party, I'd be the worst.
Well, it's like
I can't.
you hire a stripper and there's kids at the party and a stripper shows up.
Same thing. What's the difference?
I used to go to birthday parties for the adults in my family and strippers would show up. I'm like, am I supposed to sit here and watch this?
Oregon strippers.
We had a male stripper come up. His name was Apollo.
What?
I know, and I'm like 7. Like, okay.
What's some creed? I think Trump's daughter called him Uncle Donnie when she was giving him the left hand. That's true. There's some really creepy footage of Trump and Ivanka.
Sitting on his lap.
Yeah, it's we also. Ugh. How about Steven Tyler and Liv? You ever see the shots of him? He's
gross.
like
That
he's
Rolling
like
Stone cover is really gross.
Oh God, there's more than that too.
The video.
He's
for,
like cupping her breast,
crazy.
like under her.
Yeah, he's weird.
I don't know. You're so weird. What? You're not opposite world. You're not.
Stefan Jack is hiding.
Did they blur out Jack in this video?
No, he's in.
I love that. Oh, this is my favorite penthouse.
I love that steel cabinet.
This was her closet up at the penthouse.
See the Keith Richards shot?
Yeah.
The Keith Richards painting, and there's a gaggle of NFTs over here.
Melvin asked, was Apollo black, Sarah? No, Apollo was, if I remember correctly, he was desperately trying to look Greek. So he's a white guy with black hair.
You'd think, though, after Carl Weathers, like, how could you possibly call yourself Apollo anymore? That name is completely his and his alone.
Yeah. I don't think Apollo was his real name.
Hey. I got you will not. You will.
That's
Sounds
Amber
like my
Heard's
family
mom.
gets together.
That's Amber Heard's mom. She goes, "You will not." She sounds like a sweet woman. I
That's what my
feel
family
sorry
sounds
for her
like.
in that whole scenario.
Yeah. Like there's a guy always in my family with a country accent. I will too. That's my family.
I don't even know how to gauge Oregon. I don't think of it as hick.
We have a lot. My family has a lot of transplants from West
God's
Virginia.
country. Yeah, I don't know what to think. I think of Oregon as almost neutral, like Washington State, where I don't know what
is.
the. It's not Idaho. It's not California. It's kind of.
I don't
But
think
I
there's
guess
any accent. In
hill
Oregon.
people.
Any section.
You will not.
There's nothing funnier than towel snapping, especially when you can't do it. He's just, and
You
he
have
makes a
an
crack to
odd-
him. Like, she makes a crack to him like you got to teach a man how to snap a towel, which is kind of
You
ironic.
have an odd fasfascination with a young
It's so
boy
funny.
snapping a towel.
No,
here.
I don't. It's just such a stupid locker room cliche. And you remember the audio of Amber Heard saying, "You, Vanessa, you're gonna teach him how to be a man," which
No.
is this. She says it makes a
No,
towel snapping comment.
She says, "I hope Jack's new stepfather can
Jack's new-
teach him how to be a man."
Right, and that's something in line with this here.
You will not.
You hear what she said? Somebody needs you how to pop a man with a towel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's almost like it's eerie, similar.
You're gonna need more than that chair, boy.
You don't need more than that chair, boy.
He means it too. He will beat you.
He does mean it. That's Pistol and Boo, the dogs you've been hearing about. She blamed the shit on the bed, and Depp hung him out the window in the microwave. And
Turn it down just a little bit.
Thank you, Arm the Blacks. Own the name Apollo. You're welcome, Crazy Robin.
It's Hillbilly Holiday.
That's Manson, by the way. So you'll hear him right here. Sarah, you recognize that Amber Heard laugh from the audio? That is creepy, Brendan. Imagining Marilyn Manson filming this is just a creepy visual. It truly is.
I'm looking at these dogs. She gave Depp's dog to her father, just as like a twist of the knife.
That's
in
right.
his back.
No pun intended.
You and that disgusting fake laugh.
You hear it here. Babies and the with the drugs and the drugs and the drugs and the Marilyn Manson and the babies and the microwave and the Ms. Vasquez.
You're gonna need more than that chair, boy. It's Hillbilly Holiday.
Hillbilly Holiday, Marilyn Manson. Shut the fuck up, pussy. What's up with the Amber Dirks and then putting them in the microwave? She stole the microwave thing from I guess Depp's saying that, or if that were true, or she made that up because she really said about the there's two microwave things. So the fans want a microwave for baby. Then when they said that, it goes, okay, well, I'll have him microwave the dog and I'll use that in my story.
Oh, Dorian, real quick. Courtney Love quit the tour with Manson way back because he was too coked out. I think they only performed like 4 or 5 shows. One of those was in Portland and I saw it. She came out because she's from Portland. We didn't cheer loud enough for her, so she left after about 3 songs.
She said that?
Yeah.
How did she say it?
She had a City of Roses, Portland City of Roses, like bumper sticker on her guitar. And she said something like, I put this fucking sticker on my guitar for you people, and you can't even cheer for me. And then she left. I went to see her.
Stop! You fuckers don't know how to cheer for shit.
I'm from
outta
this
here.
fucking town, and it's like, okay.
She said, "I'm from this fucking town."
Yeah, something like that. I got about 3 songs out of her, and before she left, so
Footsicle, I totally
stayed
agree
for
with that.
Manson.
She goes, I can't believe Marilyn Manson. I can't picture him doing anything remotely normal, like clown around or the small family. So it doesn't even have to be heroin and the goat's blood all the time. I agree. I don't. Just anything mundane or pedestrian is the strangest thing to think of him in this whole. I totally agree with that. That blew to some extent. Get a laugh? Listen to him. That's right out of the fucking audio.
Mm-hmm.
He has flattened the scene of the crime. He's like so fast. You'll be back. I need some water.
That's Rocky Pennington, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's one of the Coachella con artist grifters with the dead eyes that you saw. She might have had the worst personality in the entire in all the testimonies.
You'll be back. I need
And
some
that's
water.
a strong statement.
Hey, you got
We'll do it. Say again.
Oh, you book? You book.
So Mel, you see what Melvin wrote here? I saw that same Manson whole tour as
Yep.
well. Cordy was drunk, allowing folks on stage with her. My good friend got on stage. I saw her at Lollapalooza in the mid '90s, and people were throwing shit at her like it was
it
an
95?
insurrection, something like that. Yeah,
Because that was
and
her disaster year where she
yeah,
would, yeah, she just would go on stage and just cry and scream into the microphone the entire
kind of
set.
what she was doing. She was the main act,
Yeah.
I think, too. I swear to God, I think
Yeah,
she
they
ended
were
the
up
show.
there. Nirvana was
almost-
supposed to play that Lollapalooza.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And she replaced them? That's how that
No, I
worked?
don't know if she replaced him, but she only got it because he made her so famous.
Of course.
I used to have a poster on my wall from her in that '95 Lollapalooza tour.
What'd you do with it?
Long gone. She had
I
a
wonder
leg
what
up
that
on
would
an
go
amp
for
like
it.
usual in one of those short little dresses.
Let's see if I have something else here. Depp, even Boss Depp.
Yeah, 5 minutes, and then you can
Okay,
finish the show
okay.
without
No,
me.
I'll wrap completely. No, that's where I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it at the 3-hour mark. Okay. So this is speaking of Marilyn Manson. So Marilyn Manson was on the Stern Show, and Johnny Depp couldn't handle it, so he calls into the wrap-up show to say he thinks Howard and Marilyn Manson are bisexual posers,
Okay.
and I think it went something like this.
That's weird.
For him, may not be as much fun as he thinks it's going to
Yeah, a
be.
little bit.
Vanya, you're on the Howard Stern wrap-up show.
Oh, and thanks for the Manson interview. You know, two bisexual posers, you know, colliding and jerking each other off. Couldn't get enough. I really felt like I sort of stepped into 1997 there. John, I want to ask you a question. I want to apologize to you because.
Well, first, hold on. Let me compliment you on your insight there.
Was that Johnny Depp?
It sounds like him, right?
Oh yeah, no, you know, I'm on Long Island. We're shooting exteriors.
You actually, you really do sound like him.
Oh,
but
thank you.
But Gary, what do you think? But Howard and Marilyn, both bisexual posers. Is that a fair way to describe them?
No, no. I mean, I think no. I don't think. I think Howard knows his sexuality well. I think they're both sort of shy and introverted in their own way.
Yeah,
that's something they might have in common.
And that's the thing. They're both introverts in some way. Yet.
Listen to that John Hine automaton obfuscation to get out of this, and you hear Gary fumbling around. Oh man, I was good because I didn't even. And thank you, Lauren Marie, and thank you, Joel Johnson. Yeah, I'm proud of that one. I just don't know why. I remember Benjamin or someone writing about it, and I'm like, let me see if I can. And I think my number's been banned from that since. I got a few.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Let me see if I have one more. Call Sandra Bernhard. This is for David. Sandra Bernhard. I decided to let my feelings known about Howard on Sirius, and this is for David, who like everybody millennial. Let's say they're all huge Sandra Bernhard fans.
Everybody in Reading, get back to me. Vanya in Florida.
Lower it a little bit.
Sandra, how are you? I've admired you for years. I mean, I'd never, ever think you get the credit for being the female comedian pioneer that you are. You never, ever get enough credit. And it's kind of seeping into other areas. I wanted to ask you, Sandra, I had heard weeks ago, I think a friend of yours had called the Stern Show and sort of asked Howard why you haven't done his show in so long. And he really, really sort of danced around it. And I know he has this crazy hallway protocol, where he's like, SEAL team, security, walking into the elevator and stuff. And I find that the show is lacking sort of your swagger and that sort of comedic, how do I put this?
Je ne sais quoi.
I'm sorry?
Je ne sais quoi. Is that the word? Is that what you're looking for?
You know what? I leave it to you to sort of upstage anything I was going to say. Jenna said, last time Dennis Miller was funny, he used that word. But
how
that's
funny.
Exactly right. I'm sorry?
I said that's funny and surprising.
And I'd heard things about his mysteriousness, that he sort of, when he walks to this sort of freight elevator, he has these sort of hair, plugs and sort of extensions put on. You need, like, Tom Hanks's telescope to see his scalp these days. Why has he not reached out to you? Why is it didn't you have a thing where he reached out to you to go to temple or something because he was pretending to be spiritual for 15 minutes? And
No, I was staying with him, and he wanted to go with me to Shabbat, and we went. We had a lovely time, and I don't know. I have no idea why I haven't been back on the show. I thought that was going to trigger,
and I thought that was going to trigger you being. I mean, forget the days where you would sit in for like entire, and that's just what the show. What if you listen to the show now?
You know what, Crazy Robin? It's a little bit of a rope-a-dope. One time, if I want to get real estate, I'll compliment the person in just a way where it gives me an extra, I don't know, minute or two. And if I act like it's all, and I'm knowledgeable about who they are, so you stroke them a little bit. I mean, every celebrity wants to be complimented. And that's just a little bit of a rope-a-dope move where you're absolutely right. I shouldn't be on this long.
He's literally dilly-dallying, and it's this it's his perpetual sort of sexually harasses his male staff. And it's like a bathhouse in there. And what the show needs is, like you said, you're Sandra Jacquois. And Sandra, what? There's this other thing.
I'll break character here.
What was his wife, Beth? She was kind of one of those people, sort of, as it were, on the scene, where you would sort of troll the Soho Grand hotels and these places and sort of look for rich guys in the vein of Katie Lee Joel. What was his wife's history, say, sort of pre?
I didn't know Beth before. I had never met Beth. She's only been very sweet. She's a sweet person, and people, I think people just feel comfortable with, whatever makes them, kind of click. We don't know. Who knows what that is? And, anyway, it's all cool. I'm cool with Howard. And you know what? The great thing is I have my own platform now, and I get to do what I want to do on my terms. And that's what we love to do. And I'm so glad that you called me. And thank you for your support and your adoration, my darling Vanya. And we'll talk again. Big kiss.
Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you, honey. Tracy.
You should clip
I'd say
that.
I miss. I'm going to put that on the Deppening channel.
You need to clip my darling Vanya.
Yeah, you're right. I gotta say, I thought Sandra Berner was a great guest on the Stern Show.
Mm-hmm.
She dished. I do mean that she's an underrated pioneer female comedian. She never gets brought up. She's great in King of Comedy, and she's one of those like forgotten names. But I thought she was great on the show. She's one of the great female comedian guests on this old Stern Show. She actually made it to the fucking birthday bash, believe it or not. I think it was because of Andy Cohen being on his channel, but that's the last they've ever heard. So we're gonna end it here with Sarah's birthday greeting and then my singing of you know what? Maybe I'll play the singing first. So I'm sorry, Depp and Marilyn Manson sings himself happy birthday, and then we're gonna end it with Sarah's brilliant video and then
Cut it
say
off before
goodbye.
the intro starts, so they don't
Should I
have to
play-
see that again.
Should I play the intro? Should I play it first and then stop it, or
Play your Marilyn. Do it however you want.
let me see here. I will play. Okay, let me play. I'll play the birthday song first.
I'm going to check out while you do that. I have to go to the bathroom. So everybody, thank you. Thank you for the super chats. The great chat. I had a lot of fun, and I'm going to go pass out. So love you. Arm will take it from here.
Okay, so this is Johnny Depp singing and Marilyn Manson in a medley singing "Happy Birthday" to himself, and then I will play. Thank you, everyone. I love you all. I was see Monique tomorrow. Interview Kevin Carl from the Red Bar Ripoff Show. Who are these podcasts at? I think it's 4 p.m. Eastern time. It's a weird time, but I think that's what it is. So here we go, guys.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear John Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear John Christopher Depp II. Happy 59th birthday to me and Monty Python and Aquaman.
Good evening and welcome to Fox.
WINO forever, WINO forever, WINO forever, WINO forever, WINO forever, WINO forever, WINO forever.